Florida. It's the Braves and the Phillies in Grapefruit League action. On the mound for the Braves today, it'll be the left-hander Jose Suarez. He'll be opposed by veteran righty Taijuan Walker. Gorgeous day for baseball. Great to have you with us alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. And very excited about what we're going to see on the mound today, Darren. We mentioned Jose Suarez. He'll get the nod for the Braves. He'll be followed by J.R. Ritchie, and hopefully those two guys can cover several innings.
Yeah, I'm really excited. That's definitely going to be the highlight of this game for me. I'm always looking at that pitching matchup. Jose Suarez, a guy that could very well break opening day with the Braves. He could be a swing man, could be a long guy out of the bullpen. We'll see on him. But J.R. Ritchie, easily one of our top three pitching prospects in the system. I'm excited to see what he can do against this veteran Phillies lineup and how he handles himself in this environment.
Yeah, that Phillies lineup, lots of regulars in there. Be telling you more about them in our next segment. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network. Big crowd here on hand in Clearwater. Braves and the Phillies. When we come back, I'll introduce you to the starting nine. Then we'll get to the first pitch of the game. All the action right around the corner on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Frontier is joining Verizon. New Frontier and Verizon customers can get 6 months of 100% fiber internet on us up to 1 gig by bundling Verizon Mobile and Frontier Fiber. Plus, get 2 mobile lines for $50 per month on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Verizon store to switch. $25 per line after $60 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Eligible new Frontier Fiber plan required. Availability varies. Additional terms apply.
You know that thing where you get an amazing pair of shoes at a really great price and want to tell everyone about it? Yeah, so do we. Here at Designer Shoe Warehouse, we'll give you something to brag about, like the latest styles from brands you love, or the trends everyone's obsessing over, or shoes that make you feel like, well, you. So go ahead, show off a little. Find shoes that get you at prices that get your budget. Head to your DSW store or DSW.com today. DSW. Let us surprise you.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
ESPN is now the home of MLB.tv. If you have the ESPN Unlimited plan, you'll get a $15 discount on the 2026 seasonal MLB.tv package. And if you don't, no problem. When you sign up for MLB.tv, you'll receive a 1-month free trial of ESPN Unlimited. Cancel anytime without losing your MLB.tv access. Get in on the action at stream.espn.com/MLBTV.
ESPN Unlimited auto renews at $29.99 per month after free trial unless canceled. Blackouts and other terms apply. WarriorAlliance.org.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Attention Braves country, get ready for Braves Country Fest, starring Cody Johnson. Live with special guests Ella Langley. Come on, baby. Plus Ernest and Mackenzie Carpenter. Saturday, June 13th, Truist Park. Get tickets now at livenation.com and braves.com. Presented by Truist.
Here in Clearwater, we're about 5 minutes away from the first pitch of the game. Alongside Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram here with you, and it's time now for the starting lineups. This will be Grapefruit League game number 22 for the Braves. 8 left to be played in the spring session after today. Walt Weiss's Braves come in with a record of 14 wins, 5 losses, and 2 ties. And the Braves will lead it off with their shortstop, Brett Wisely. Batting second, center fielder Jose Azocar. And batting third, first baseman Dominic Smith. Batting cleanup, third baseman Kyle Farmer. Hitting fifth, designated hitter Ben Gamble. Batting sixth for the Braves, left fielder Luke Williams. Following Luke, going to be Sandy Leon batting seventh and catching. Batting eighth, the right fielder Brewer Hicklin. Batting ninth, second baseman Aaron Schunk. And on the mound, the left-hander Jose Suarez, 28 years old, making his fourth appearance of the spring. He's 1-0 this spring with a 6.75 ERA. So again, for the Braves, it's Wisely, Azokar, Smith, Farmer, Gamble, Williams, Leon, Hicklin, Schunk, and Suarez on the mound. Those are the Braves. Now for Rob Thompson's Phillies. They come in with a record of 8 wins, 11 losses, and 1 tie. They'll lead it off with their shortstop, Trey Turner. Batting second for the Phillies, left fielder Brandon Marsh. And hitting third baseman Alec Bohm. Batting cleanup, right fielder Adolis Garcia. Hitting fifth, second baseman Bryson Stott. Batting sixth, first baseman Otto Kemp. Hitting seventh, designated hitter Brian De La Cruz. Batting eighth, catcher Rafael Marchand. Batting ninth, center fielder Johan Rojas. And on the mound, the right-hander Taijuan Walker. The veteran, 33 years old, has pitched 2 innings this spring. No record and an ERA of .450. So once again for the Phillies, it will be Turner, Marsh, Bohm, Garcia, Stott, Kemp, De La Cruz, Marchand, Rojas, and Walker on the mound. This is the first of 2 meetings this spring between the Braves and the Phillies. We'll see them again Wednesday in Northport, and then we'll see them very soon into the new season. First time we see the Phillies in the regular season will be at Philadelphia, April 17th through the 19th. That'll be the second road trip of the year. And, of course, we'll see them a lot between opening day and the end of the season. Again, this is Grapefruit League game number 22. Got a beautiful day. Wind out towards left center. And, folks, a huge Sunday crowd today. And a big portion of them in the outfield. They have berms on either side of the batter's eye, and they are absolutely full. So a capacity crowd to see the Braves and the Phillies battle for their only meeting at Clearwater this year. And, again, they come down to Northport coming up this week. They're the only team in the division that we see all spring. Don't see the Mets, nor the Marlins, nor the Nationals. See all them plenty during the regular season. Phillies taking the field right now. The leather for Philadelphia has Otto Kemp at first base. Bryson Stott is at second base. Trey Turner is the shortstop, and Alec Bohm is at third base. In the outfield, Brandon Marsh is in left. Johan Rojas in center. Adolis Garcia in right. Rafael Marchand is the catcher, and Taijuan Walker is the pitcher. Now we go down to the field for the presentation of today's national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets spread glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That's Alyssa Winans with our national anthem. Just about ready for baseball here today and on a gorgeous day here in Clearwater. Braves and the Phillies seeing each other again for the first time this spring. Braves coming out of the first base dugout wearing their navy blue tops, gray pants, red lettering, red numerals outlined in white. Atlanta across the chest on top of the red tomahawk. And the Phillies wearing their home white uniforms, white tops, white pants, red pinstripes, Red lettering and numerals outlined in white, and Phillies in cursive across the chests of their uniforms. We mentioned that Taijuan Walker is on the mound. Big 6'4" right-hander, 235 pounds. He's out of Yucaipa, California. 33 years old. This spring, he's pitched 2 innings, given up 1 run, 3 hits, no walks, and a strikeout. And Darren hasn't seen much action this spring, so today a major tune-up for Taijuan Walker.
Yeah, it sure is. He did go participate a little bit in the World Baseball Classic, throwing 3 innings for Team Mexico. But, yeah, not a lot of time here in Phillies camp, so he's eager to get back here and show them that he's ready to assume his spot in their rotation.
He's coming off a season where he went 5-8, had an ERA just over 4, 34 appearances, 21 times as a starter. So he kind of bounced back a little bit last year from bullpen to rotation, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a really, really rough 2024 in the Phillies. You know, they're in win-now mode, so they can't afford to be losing games. So they demoted him to the bullpen, and he did kind of bounce back and forth last season. You know, he had a much better ending to his last season than he did in the beginning and the middle.
A lot of cutters and splitters that we'll see. And I think when it comes down to Taijuan Walker, what I always think about, splitter, sinker, and if those pitches are behaving, sure, he can be in the rotation. If not, they're not going to take too long to yank him out of there.
Yeah, we're gonna find out what his repertoire is here today. And I say that in jest because his repertoire changes quite a bit every year as he's aging. This is his 14th season in the league, even though he's only 33 years old. So a lot of miles on those tires. So he's jumping around, finding new pitches, just finding a way to make it work.
He'll be facing Wisely, Azokar, and Smith for the Braves here in the top of the first inning. 80 degrees here in Clearwater, and the wind about 10 to 12 miles an hour straight over the left field wall. Climbing in, the shortstop, Brett Wisely. He's ready, and now for the ball game. First pitch misses outside, starting up at 1:07 Eastern, 12:07 Central, and officially 82 degrees here in Clearwater. What a beautiful day. Braves and the Phillies. Time called as a ball got loose out in center field. Center fielder Johan Rojas picks it up and lobs it into the pack of fans in left field. I mean, it's an ocean of fans out there. This is a huge crowd for a spring training game. There's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Wisely. And a strike with the outside corner. Behind the plate calling balls and strikes is Jacob Metz. He's the crew chief. And on the bases, DJ Rayburn currently at first, Sean Barber at second, Adam Beck at third. 1-1, a little bit too tall, and a 2-1 count now on Brett Wisely. Braves a winner last night, 10-1 over the Red Sox. And a lot of that coming in the 8th inning when the Braves scored 7 times. Line drive down the right field line, a fair ball all the way into the corner. This one rolls. Wisely galloping around first base into second. He keeps the motor running. Coming to third. Here's the throw to third base off the mark. How about a triple to get things going here in the first inning?
Boy, what a way to start off a game there by Wisely. That line drive just snuck inside that first base bag. Dallas Garcia wasn't ready to track the ball that far all the way down by the foul pole, so Wisely easily taking 3 there.
Braves looking for an early run, leadoff triple, and here comes Jose Azokar. Righty-righty matchup, and the first pitch on the way to Azokar, in for a called strike. Like Darren mentioned, Taijuan Walker going into his 14th season in the big leagues. He's been a Mariner, a Diamondback, a Blue Jay, a Met, and a Philly. 0-1 pitch. Roller foul off the right foot of Azokar. He goes hopping around in pain. And now gingerly walking around on the grass in between the first base line and the Braves dugout. And now Jeff Stevenson going to come out and check on Azokar, making sure he's all right, let him catch his breath. Talking about Walker, he was an all-star 5 years ago with the Mets. It's been his only all-star campaign. Well, Azokar really in some pain right now as he's barely putting any pressure on that right foot.
He's having a nice spring too, Ben. I believe he's second on the team in hits, just to Kyle Farmer, who's going to be coming up here in 2 spots in the order. But, yeah, really having a good spring, has a little momentum. It looks like he's going to get back in there.
He's ready to work. 0-2 on Azokar. Offering on the way. Pulled foul on the third baseline. Do it again with an 0-2 count. Walker, we mentioned, 6'4", 235. His first love was basketball. In fact, he had a chance to go play professionally in the Philippines, but took the baseball route. 0-2 on Azokar. Pitch on the way to the plate, and there's a called third strike. Got a slider over. Jose not so sure about it. And one down here in the first inning. Walker didn't start playing baseball until he was 11. And he was a pitcher and a shortstop, and eventually funneled into pitching. Infield comes in behind him with a runner at third and one down for Dominic Smith. No score for now. That could change right here. First pitch on the way to Dominic. And he missed outside. Tried a backdoor curveball and missed. 1 ball and no strikes on Smith. 30-year-old veteran Dominic Smith. 1-0 pitch. Outside with a splitter.
Got a couple teammates squaring off here, each playing for new teams. Both these guys with the Mets. A couple of their, well, Dom Smith's best years for sure. Taijuan Walker, as you mentioned, the year he made the All-Star team.
Hitters count, 2-0 on the way. Line drive, caught it short by Turner, and back to the bag at third is Wisely. That's a really difficult play, even if you're at regular position at short. He was in and went leaping up to his right and somehow got leather on it for the second out.
Boy, that's tough. Dom Smith roasted that ball. Didn't even run one step. He hit it so hard. He saw Trey Turner standing there. Trey able to snatch it out of the sky.
Now it's up to Kyle Farmer. Farmer batting .481 this spring with a homer. And we saw him the other day in the game against the Yankees. Offering to Farmer. That'll be fouled off. Farmer was the DH on Friday and had a 3-for-3 game. 3 singles, an RBI, and a run scored. A chance to drive in a run right here. A runner at third, but 2 down here in the top of a scoreless first inning. Taijuan Walker looking into his catcher, Rafael Marchand. Farmer steadies the bat. Walker to the plate. In the dirt. Good smother by Marchand. Walker trying to figure out that slider here early. He's thrown a few good ones, but he's also thrown a few in the dirt. So a ball and a strike on Kyle Farmer, and should he reach, Ben Gamble would come to the plate. Long look in by Walker, set right at the belly now. Righty fires. 1-1, reach and a miss. There's that slider away. Inning has gone triple, strikeout, line out. And now 1-2 on Farmer. Walker brings it. Farmer bounces one out to third. Gloved by Bohm. Gathers and throws. Sends it over in time for out number 3. So the Braves get a leadoff triple, but cannot produce a run. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We played half an inning. Braves nothing, and the Phillies coming up when we come back.
Did you hear? Frontier is joining Verizon. To celebrate, we're launching our best internet offer ever. For a limited time, get 6 months of lightning-fast 100% fiber internet on us, up to 1 gig, when you bundle Verizon Mobile and Frontier Fiber. Visit your local Verizon store or verizon.com/welcome-frontier to switch. Eligible new Frontier Fiber plan required. Availability varies. Additional terms apply.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
ESPN is now the home of MLB.tv. If you have the ESPN Unlimited plan, you'll get a $15 discount on the 2026 seasonal MLB.tv package.
Hope you're having a great Sunday. Great to have you aboard with us. Braves and the Phillies scoreless into the bottom of the first inning. First pitch from Jose Suarez is a called strike on Trey Turner. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you from Baycare Ballpark here in Clearwater, spring home of the Phillies. Oh, one pitch to Turner. There's a ball low. For the Phillies, it's Turner, Marsh, and Bohm here in the bottom of a scoreless first inning. And it's scoreless because of that great catch made by Trey Turner in the top of the inning. 1-1. That's bounced up there and swinging over the top of the changeup is Turner. Good-looking pitch right out of the gate for Jose.
Yeah, that Suarez changeup is a nasty pitch, and when he's got that going, you're going to see a lot of swings and misses, a lot of mistimed swings, the weak pop-ups as well.
Lefty fires, swing and a miss, went back to the change. So he doubles up on the changeup, gets the strike out of Trey Turner. Here's the leather for Atlanta. Dominic Smith, the first baseman today. Aaron Schunk is the second baseman. Brett Wisely is at shortstop, and Kyle Farmer at third. In the Braves outfield, Luke Williams in left field, Jose Azocar patrolling center, Brewer Hicklin mans right field. First pitch to Brandon Marsh, fastball low and outside. The catcher is Sandy Leon, and on the mound, the 5'10", 225-pound lefty, Jose Suarez. He's out of Venezuela, 28 years old. 1-0 to Marsh. Chopper to second base, coming in and taking a waist-high bounce to Schunk. Easy toss over to the bag, 2 down. You mentioned that changeup for Suarez. Look, he's got a slider, a sinker, and a curve. But is the A game for Jose Suarez throttle on, throttle off with a fastball change?
Yes, absolutely. That would consist of about 80% of what he offered batters last season. The fastball's got some good ride to it, some good characteristics, and then that changeup just dies on its way to the plate. Really tough combo.
Put up some good numbers last season. There's Alec Bohm. He'll swing and miss. It's something that Joe Simpson mentioned one of the first times we saw Suarez, and I thought this was spot on. He might have one inning where his control just vanishes, and he might have 2-3 walks in an inning, but finds his way to get through it. Ball high and outside. But outside of that, this guy has the ability to cruise, doesn't he?
He sure does. And we saw that last year in September against the Nats, where he just came in and rescued the Braves from a doubleheader and really saved the bullpen.
1-1 to Bohm. In for a strike, 1-2.
Yeah, if he's got his good command, he attacks the strike zone. He gets deep in the game. He works quick. He's a pleasure to play behind for these fielders.
Working on a 1-2-3 scoreless first inning. 1-2. Miss low. Suarez in 6 2/3 spring innings this year has allowed 5 runs, 5 hits, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. Lefty deals a 2-2. Ground ball to the left side, taken on 2 bounces by Brett Wisely. Sets his feet, throws over. Down go the Phillies in order. Off to a good start. We go to the top of the second. No score.
Frontier is joining Verizon. New Frontier and Verizon customers can get 6 months of 100% fiber internet on us up to 1 gig by bundling Verizon Mobile and Frontier Fiber. Plus, get 2 mobile lines for $50 per month on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Verizon store to switch. $25 per line after $60 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Eligible new Frontier Fiber plan required. Availability varies. Additional terms apply.
Life's full of thrills, like the final seconds. Shot clock winding down. And he sinks it. But for the accident attorneys at Farah & Farah, one thrill beats them all.
It's the thrill of the win, when the pressure's high and the work comes through. I'm talking full court focus, no shortcuts, calling a client and saying, "You're squared away. The hard part's behind you." That's the moment. Yeah, we're built for that.
Call Farah & Farah, Tampa.
Hey, it's Tyler Reddick and Bubba Wallace from 2311 Racing. So, who decided what we do when the helmets come off?
Same committee as always.
Which is you?
Unanimous vote.
Off the track, we keep things competitive.
Yeah, just without the cautions.
That's why we're on Chumba Casino.
Fast, fun games, daily rewards, and bragging rights still apply.
Join the fun at ChumbaCasino.com.
Let's Chumba.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See T's and C's. 21 plus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
Introducing the all-new
No score. Braves and Phillies into the top of the second. The Gamble, Williams, and Leone coming up for the Braves. That's 5, 6, and 7 in Walt Weiss's order. Braves occupying that first base dugout down there. And getting their first glances at Taijuan Walker this spring. Here's the pitch on the way to Ben Gamble. The ball outside of him. Gamble has given the team a power surge this spring. 4 home runs. 1 ball and no strikes on Gamble. Pitch from Walker. Good swing there. Fouled it straight back into the screen. He hits a home run today. It's going to land in that mass of fans out there on the berm. 1-1 pitch. Line drive out to a diving Bryson Stott, who stabs it at second base. He had a good read on that, lunging left, and by the time he landed, he was on the first cut of the grass in right field, and 1 down. One out for Luke Williams. He's a former Philly, and of course we've seen him the last few seasons in Atlanta. No score, top of the second inning. Ben Darren and Jay Chad with you. Luke smokes one up the middle, base hit. Jumped right on that first pitch sinker and put the barrel right on it. The Braves have their second hit of the game.
It's pretty hard contact thus far, Ben. A couple snared line drives in the infield, another line drive there, a triple line drive. So these guys are seeing Taijuan Walker pretty well early on in this game.
I tell you what, some hard contact for Luke Williams this spring.
Yeah.
He's had some line drives. He had a home run earlier this spring. Not used to seeing the homers from Luke, but he's got one here in the Grapefruit League. 1 out for Sandy Leone. Pick off over to first base, and Luke Williams back in. Let's go back to something that you were talking about last night. The Braves with a lot more steals this spring than what we've experienced the last few seasons. See how active Luke Williams wants to be at first base. Here's the pitch on the way. Towering pop-up. Right field. Adolis Garcia coming in, and shallow righties under it. And he makes the catch for the out, 2 down. When it comes to stealing more bases, are you expecting more steals from the guys that you expected from, or is this an entire organization thing where you're trying to force everybody to take a little bit more of a step and be more aggressive on the base paths?
Certainly Ozzie, Michael, Ronald are going to be running quite a bit more, but I could see guys like Riley running a little bit, maybe even Drake Baldwin, maybe Matt Olson. We'll see. We'll see.
2 down for Brewer Hicklin. Brewer swings and misses. I was about to say, is Matt aware of this?
Yeah, well, I'm sure Austin and Matt have some sort of wager riding on this season, who gets more bags. We'll see. I saw him this morning, grin and ear to ear, because they had the rest of the day off, and we were piling onto the bus.
No score here in the second. 0-1 to Hicklin. Misses a little bit low.
But I missed a good opportunity today. I really want to talk to Antoine Richardson on the bus. I was a little tie-tie this morning, so I didn't really, I didn't bend his ear early, but I really want to talk to him about his base stealing teaching and how he's going to get these guys to really excel on the base paths.
Ball up and in. 2 balls and a strike on Brewer Hicklin.
But from some conversations I've had with players, what they say he's excellent at is pitcher tendencies and knowing, okay, this is what you have to look at. If this heel does this, he's going home. If it moves any other way, you got to get back.
2-1 pitch. Check swing, an appeal. He did not go, according to DJ Rayburn. Rayburn, the first base umpire, 3 balls and a strike. Yeah, the bus ride home might be a little bit better to have a conversation with Antoine than coming over. We were all a little bit bleary this morning.
Yes, we were.
Night game last night, and about a 2-hour road trip today up here to Clearwater. No score in the second, 3 balls and a strike. Pick off over to first base, and back on the dive Williams. He was really leaning towards second there.
Yeah, I was fighting sleep last night trying to watch the end of that Venezuela-Japan game, which ended up being a fantastic game, and I did, but I'm paying the price for it today.
Another pick off to first. Back in is Williams. That's 2 disengagements. Let's see how aggressive Williams wants to be here. It's a 3-1 count with 2 down. Brewer Hicklin batting 8th in the order today. He's batting 150 this spring with a homer. Williams not going. 3-1. Swung on miss. 3-2. Got a sinker by him.
Yeah, part of the calculus in the base stealing equation is the catcher. Rafael Marchand behind the plate is one of the very best throwers in the league, and that's why the the Phillies like him as JT Realmuto's backup because there's no drop-off when Marchand comes in. He's got an absolute cannon for an arm.
Luke will be on the move here. There he goes. 3-2 pitch. Low and outside. Missed with a slider. First walk allowed by Taijuan Walker. And with 2 down, the Braves have him at first and second for Aaron Schunk, who bats 9th in the order. Aaron Schunk, right-handed hitter. High navy socks up to the knees, white spikes. Batting 200 this spring. Pinwheels an all-black bat, steadies it, waiting on Walker. The first pitch of the sequence, slapped out to first to his left, and gloving is Otto Kemp. He'll take it to the bag, make a tricky play look easy, and that's out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the second inning in Clearwater, no score.
Did you hear? Frontier is joining Verizon. To celebrate, we're launching our best internet offer ever. For a limited time, get 6 months of lightning-fast 100% fiber internet on us, up to 1 gig, when you bundle Verizon Mobile and Frontier Fiber. Visit your local Verizon store or verizon.com/welcome-frontier to switch. Eligible new Frontier Fiber plan required. Availability varies. Additional terms apply.
Hungry? Let the Colonel do the cooking with KFC's $10 weekday buckets. Golden nuggets on Mondays. Original recipe chicken on Tuesdays. Hot and spicy wings on Wednesdays. Juicy tenders on Thursdays. And Fridays, golden nuggets again. Monday through Friday, choose your favorite bucket for $10 each. $10 weekday buckets at KFC. One big deal. Finger licking good. Only available at select participating locations while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra. No substitutions.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
When you've done the work, you want your hydration to do the same. Introducing new Gatorade Lower Sugar, now with no artificial flavors, sweeteners, or colors. And 75% less sugar and all the electrolytes of regular Gatorade, now available nationwide.
Turn on the home of baseball for MLB Network's spring training coverage. Get an in-depth look at every club with previews from each camp. Check in with the players.
Trying to get dialed in and be ready to go from day one.
Check out the new
Braves nothing, Phillies nothing. Into the bottom of the second inning, Adolis Garcia leads off for Philadelphia. Pitch on the way from Suarez, and a first pitch slider in the dirt, 1 ball and no strikes. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Big crowd on hand here in Clearwater. Braves and Phillies dueling. 1-0 pitch. Garcia swings over the top of that changeup. 1-1 on him. Getting a good look at Jose Suarez today, the lefty out of Naganagua, Venezuela. 28 years old. He has 1 strikeout already. That is 1-1 pitch. A little bit low and outside. Interesting seeing Adolis Garcia in a Phillies uniform. He signed as a free agent back in December with the Phillies after spending lots of time with the Rangers. 2-1, swung on and tipped into the mid of Sandy Leon, 2-2.
Yeah, Garcia, known for having one of the best physiques in the league. Those pinstripes are bending a little bit different than they do on most guys.
2-2 pitch, low and in, got him in the foot. Slider just got him in the toe. Garcia, a guy who's belted 141 home runs in his 7 years in the big leagues. That's including 39 homers with the Rangers in 2023. And now home plate umpire Jacob Metz is saying that he was not hit by the pitch. Rob Thompson comes out to argue. Garcia saying, no, it hit me right in the foot.
Yeah.
He wants to take his base.
Garcia's pointing to a mark on his right toe that he's saying came from the baseball.
So they're going to keep him there. Home plate umpire Jacob Metz never even looked at the spike for Garcia. 3-2, comebacker. Stabbed by Suarez, spins and throws over to first base, and an easy out. Kind of makes you think of, if you remember the 1969 World Series, I wasn't around for it, but I remember seeing the video of Cleon Jones hitting the foot by a pitch, and home plate umpire was not going to award him the base, and they went to find the ball and found shoe polish on the ball. First base is yours.
There you go. Irrefutable evidence.
Yeah. One down here in the second for Bryson Stott. No score. Suarez fires right down the pike with that first pitch fastball in for a strike. After Stott, it'll be Otto Kemp. 0-1 from Suarez. Smashed to the right side. Turned around a curveball. Right in between Shunk and Smith. It'll be a one-out single for Stott. And the first base runner of the game for the Phillies. Stott having a good spring and a guy who's always been a tough out.
Yeah, he really is. He's a smart hitter. He's a pesky hitter. And that's what I always remember. You can easily get into a 10-12 pitch at bat with him, and then now you've used 10% of your pitches for your start. And those are the guys like Jeff McNeil comes to mind that really just, you got to be careful about those long at bats with them.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. Here's Otto Kemp. Suarez to the plate, and a first pitch strike. It's been said multiple times that if you want to beat the Phillies, you have to neutralize them with left-handed pitching, thinking about Schwarber and Harper. But sometimes people forget to throw Stott into that mix as well.
Yeah.
He can be equally or even more pesky than either of those guys. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, miss. Snap throw down to first base, back into the dive Stott.
And Stott developing reputation as a clutch player, too. Some big home runs in Phillies postseasons the past 2 years. And whenever that song, I haven't heard it since last season, his walkout song, A-OK, comes on. And especially up there at Citizens Bank in the postseason, it is raucous.
And everybody's singing it?
It's so loud. It's crazy.
0-2 on Kemp. Pick off over to first base. Back in standing Stott.
It's one of those songs you just identify with the player. And I watch those postseason games. I hear the fans singing. I think, man, that's got to be such a cool feeling. Like a rock star with the crowd singing your song as well.
Yeah, they really get into it for his song. 0-2 pitch on the way. Kemp swings and tips that into the middle of Sandy Leon for strike 3. That fastball, just 92. But enough to trick Otto Kemp. And 2 down.
Yeah, that's a sneaky fastball. It's because these hitters really have to think about that plus changeup. And the differential between those two pitches, you can get stuck in the middle sometimes.
Former Brave, Brian De La Cruz up to the plate. There's a ball low, 1 ball and no strikes. No score, bottom of the second. De La Cruz, the DH for the Phillies. He's batting .333 this spring. Suarez set right at the belly. Comes to the plate, misses high. Speaking of being a little bit bleary this morning, Tom McCarthy, broadcaster for the Phillies, shot me a text. He said, "Who is this De La Cruz you got in the lineup today?" And I'm looking at our lineup. I'm like, I don't see a De La Cruz. And I looked at the travel roster. There wasn't a De La Cruz. Here's the 2-0 pitch on the way. There's a called strike. And I text him back. I said, I don't know who you're talking about. We don't have a guy on the travel roster named De La Cruz. And he said, no, the guy batting 7th. I said, that's your lineup. Stink sack. Look at which team is which. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a high strike, 2-2.
Yeah, he threw you for a loop there for a minute, too. You were trying to help him out.
It's like, who is he talking about? Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Suarez looking for back-to-back strikeouts. Here he comes. Just a little bit low with the changeup.
Well, we got to give Tom some grace. He's been busy lately, right? Calling the NCAA basketball schedule in preparation for March Madness that's cranking up here soon. So he's been out of the office.
Yeah, he's great. I love Tom. I love all their broadcasters and good buddies of ours. On the move, Bryson Stott, 3-2 pitch, slowly rolled to the right side, hard to his left and diving Shunk. He smothers it at second, pops up, throws to third, tag is in time. What a play! Aaron Schunk knew he had no shot for De La Cruz at first base, but popped up after a dive into shallow right field to throw over to third base and get Stott trying to go from one corner of the infield to the other. And that's how the inning ends. No runs, one hit, no errors at a man left. We go to the top of the third inning, no score.
Did you hear? Frontier is joining Verizon. To celebrate, we're launching our best internet offer ever. For a limited time, get 6 months of lightning-fast 100% fiber internet on us, up to 1 gig, when you bundle Verizon Mobile and Frontier Fiber. Visit your local Verizon store or verizon.com/welcome-frontier to switch. Eligible new Frontier Fiber plan required. Availability varies. Additional terms apply.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Smooth accelerators. When that light turns green, you're off. Like a warm knife through firm butter. Going from 0 to the speed limit in an appropriate amount of time. Sure, your car has horsepower, but your horses prance around as silky smooth as your right foot. Fancy Prancerton. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
Life's full of thrills, like the final seconds. Shot clock winding down. And he sinks it. But for the accident attorneys at Farah & Farah, one thrill beats them all.
It's the thrill of the win, when the pressure's high and the work comes through. I'm talking full court focus, no shortcuts, calling a client and saying, you're squared away. The hard part's behind you. That's the moment. Yeah, we're built for that.
Call Farah & Farah, Tampa.
Braves nothing, Phillies nothing. Rolling into the top of the third inning here at Baycare Ballpark in Clearwater. Top of the order for the Braves, Wisely, Azokar, and Smith. And back out there, Taijuan Walker. First pitch swinging, fly ball to deep right field. Garcia going to go back. He's to the warning track, spins, and it's off the wall. Digging to second base, Wisely. Here's the third of the bag. Tag down, not in time, and a double by Wisely. Well, he's feeling good today. He's tripled, and now he's doubled. And just missed a home run there as that hit halfway up the right field wall.
And it's a good thing Wisely was busting it out of the box. Adolis Garcia in right, one of the strongest throwing arms in the league. And if Wisely had slowed down even one step, he would have been out there at second.
So he's in scoring position. No one out for Jose Azokar. Jose 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He'll send one foul. Rolls down the third baseline. Yeah, Wisely tripled down the right field line in the first inning. And unfortunately was left stranded at third base. Now he's doubled to lead off the third. Spin by Walker. He throws to second, just about threw it into center field. Bryson Stott, who was covering the bag from his position at second, had to lunge back left just to keep it from going into the outfield. 0-1 on Azokar. This will be Walker's 30th pitch of the game. And Azokar chases a high cutter, missed every stitch of it.
I just had a realization, Ben, that those spin move pickoffs to second, for me, aren't worth the risk. We saw it last night in WBC game. Japanese pitcher throwing it to center field. Runner scored from second.
0-2 is low.
And they go wrong so often, and they barely ever go right. I like the inside move where the pitcher fakes the leg lift and then turns that way. It's just a more natural throwing motion for a pitcher.
A lot more control.
Yes.
1-2, a high strike. Jose doesn't like it. And he reluctantly gives up and goes back to the dugout. A couple of strikeouts for Walker. Both have come versus Azokar. And here's Dominic Smith. Speaking of the WBC, semifinal matchups are set. One of them tonight at 8 p.m. United States and Dominican Republic. That'll be a great game. Dominic Smith, high fly ball to deep right field. To his left, Garcia. Backpedaling to the edge of the warning track. He's got it. Tagging from second base, Wisely. Long throw in from right field. Cut off by Trey Turner. And Wisely arrives safely at third. So once again, with 2 down and a runner at third, it's in the hands of Kyle Farmer, who grounded out to third base to end the first inning. Yeah, we got the Dominican Republic versus the United States tonight at 8. And then tomorrow, also at 8 o'clock, Venezuela and Italy. So that's your final four. Now Farmer takes a called strike. How about that game last night, Venezuela and Japan? My goodness.
Yeah, it was. I'm glad I stayed up for it. It was a struggle there at the end, but it turned out to be a great game.
Well, and you told me something that I wasn't aware of about the semifinal teams in relation to the Olympics coming up in a few years. 0-1 on Kyle Farmer. Pitch on the way from Walker. Ground ball out to second. Backhanded by Stott. Off balance throw, and he bounces it perfectly for the out. It's a nice play by Bryson Stott. And the Braves once again strand a man at third base. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. To the bottom of the third we go. No score.
Frontier is joining Verizon. New Frontier and Verizon customers can get 6 months of 100% fiber internet on us up to 1 gig by bundling Verizon Mobile and Frontier Fiber. Plus, get 2 mobile lines for $50 per month on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Verizon store to switch. $25 per line after $60 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Eligible new Frontier Fiber plan required. Availability varies. Additional terms apply.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Smooth accelerators. When that light turns green, you're off. Like a warm knife through firm butter. Going from 0 to the speed limit in an appropriate amount of time. Sure, your car has horsepower, but your horses prance around as silky smooth as your right foot. Fancy Prancerton. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
All right, ladies. When you've done the work, you want your hydration to do the same. Introducing new Gatorade Lower Sugar. Now with no artificial flavors, sweeteners, or colors. And 75% less sugar and all the electrolytes of regular Gatorade. Now available nationwide.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Let's go! Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market.
Scoreless game into the bottom of the third as Rafael Marchand leads off with the Phillies. First pitch he sees, promptly bounced out to second. Not a problem for Aaron Schunk. He's got it, sends it over to first. 1 pitch and 1 down in the bottom of the third inning. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. Want to finish what you were discussing earlier as we were talking about the WBC and automatic bids for the upcoming Olympics in a couple of seasons for the semifinal teams in the WBC,
yeah,
right?
That was such a big achievement to get to that semifinal level because it really determines the Olympics.
Johan Rojas takes a called strike.
You know, those 4 teams get an automatic bid into the Olympic baseball tournament. It's going to be about a week-long tournament, middle of the Olympics, I believe in 2028.
0-1 to Rojas. He shows bunt, pulls back. Did he go? The appeal, he did not. 1-1.
And it's such a big deal because it's only 6 teams. So if you want to be crowned as the Olympic champion in baseball, those 4 automatic bids that these 4 teams got, Italy being, you know, the biggest dark horse, that's a big deal.
1-1 pitch. That'll miss low it in. So really, I mean, there's only 2 at-large, if you will, spots for the Olympics, and we're still 2 years from that.
Yes, I mean, you look at a team like Japan, they take pride. It's their national sport. They're not they're going to have to qualify for it in 2027. So that was a big deal for those winners.
2-1 pitch. Low and in, 3 balls and a strike. Well, and another discussion to tie along with that is what these Major League Baseball players think about a potential stop in the action middle of the season in 2028 for that Olympic tournament. So players can go play for their countries. There's a called strike, 3-2.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that it's only a 6-day tournament, correct?
Yeah. Yes. And so, you know, that's short of a break. You could possibly see shoehorning that into the middle of the Major League season when the Olympics are taking place. And that's such a big, that would eliminate so many problems you have in the WBC getting elite pitchers to participate.
3-2. That's low for ball 4. First walk allowed by Suarez. And back to the top of the order now to Trey Turner. So with it being a 6-day event, I mean, you could essentially make that the All-Star break if you wanted to. So instead of having a 4-day break, it could be a 6-day break. And it wouldn't seem like we're stopping the league for too long just so players could go compete in the WBC, or rather the Olympics, I should say. Trey Turner to the plate, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch he sees is a slider for a strike.
Yeah, and we've discussed this a few times. That, these guys being at 100%, no pitch limits. You can take skiing, scuba, crochet, sail, all these guys, and just it's a whole different landscape.
Pick off to first, back in standing Rojas.
When guys aren't worried about their health or ramping up for the season or their duties with their team. Although I can tell you, in the middle of a 6-month season, a week off for anybody is very tempting, especially these guys that are going out there every 5 days and throwing 100-plus pitches.
0-1 pitch. Missed high with a heater.
So it'll be interesting. I never got to represent my country, and I think that midsummer Olympics time frame is perfect.
Well, another convenient part about that for major leaguers, they wouldn't have to go far to compete. 1-1. It'll be lobbed towards foul ground. That'll land foul over by the sidewall. I mean, you're talking about middle of the season. Olympics going to be in L.A., correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So it's not like the Olympics are on the other side of the world. You'd have to worry about getting players, over to Paris or Japan or whatever, and getting them back.
Yeah, most of the best baseball players in the world will already be in the Western Hemisphere. So, yeah, short trip.
No score in the third. 1-2 pitch, low and outside of Turner. Yeah, all that could work out seamlessly in 2028. No runs, 3 hits for the Braves. No runs, 2 hits for the Phillies. We're in the bottom of the third. Runner at first, 1 out, and a 2-2 count on Turner. Jose Suarez brings the 2-2. And an easy little pop-up just back of second. Aaron Schunk backpedaling. He's there. Makes the 2-handed catch in shallow center. And 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning.
Yeah, that's another Suarez changeup that is really Trey Turner's been struggling with. Struck him out on it first inning. And really just wasn't able to get a good swing off. The changeup is the great equalizer in pitching, if you ask my opinion, which nobody did. But I think it's the best pitch in baseball.
2 down for Brandon Marsh. Pick off to first base. Close play. But back in with a dive, Johan Rojas. Braves and Phillies seeing each other 2 times in a span of 4 days. Pitch on the way to Marsh. And a ball high. Seeing the Phillies for the first time this spring today. Then they come down to Northport on Wednesday. And those will be the only 2 meetings between the Braves and the Phillies this spring. And we'll see them in the regular season for the first time in Philadelphia, April 17th, 18th, and 19th. Suarez brings the 1-0. Popped up down the third base line, foul ground. Leon coming over, and he can. Did he make that catch? He did. He went into the screen. Philly fans on the other side of the screen saying it grazed the screen. Home plate umpire Jacob Betts says that's out number 3. Nice play by Sandy. That ends the bottom of the third. Off to the top of the fourth we go. No score.
Frontier is joining Verizon. New Frontier and Verizon customers can get 6 months of 100% fiber internet on us up to 1 gig by bundling Verizon Mobile and Frontier Fiber. Plus, get 2 mobile lines for $50 per month on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Verizon store to switch. $25 per line after $60 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Eligible new Frontier Fiber plan required. Availability varies. Additional terms apply.
Hungry? Let the Colonel do the cooking with KFC's $10 weekday buckets. Golden nuggets on Mondays. Original recipe chicken on Tuesdays. Hot and spicy wings on Wednesdays. Juicy tenders on Thursdays. And Fridays, golden nuggets again. Monday through Friday, choose your favorite bucket for $10 each. $10 weekday buckets at KFC. One big deal. Finger licking good. Only available at select participating locations while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra. No substitutions.
Does your day move faster than you can keep up? With new Gatorade Lower Sugar, my family and I can stay at the top of our game. No artificial flavors, sweeteners, or colors, 75% less sugar, and all the electrolytes of regular Gatorade. Now available nationwide.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Rolling into the top of the fourth inning here in Clearwater. No score. Braves and Phillies. Ben, Darren, and Jay Chad with you. Ben Gamble leads off at the top of the fourth for the Braves. He'll be followed by Luke Williams and Sandy Leone. Still Taiwan Walker on the mound. His first pitch here in the fourth is a slider for a strike. Opening day is 12 days from today. In fact, this upcoming week, here's the 0-1 pitch. Reach and a miss by Gamble going after the splitter 0-2. This upcoming week is our final full week down here in Florida. Our final game will be next Tuesday, the 24th. Bouncer past the mound. To his left is Turner. The shortstop goes to the right side of the infield. Gloves and fires for the out. He was a long way from home to make that play as they had Gamble play to pull. And that goes down as a 6-3 putout. But like we were talking about last night, you get to this time of spring, I mean, the finish line's in sight. And no longer is spring training just a day in, day out activity of getting ready. You're really ramping up and starting to gear up for what's coming here in about a week and a half.
Yeah, you can feel that anticipation building, and yeah, there's no ignoring it.
Luke Williams takes a first pitch strike.
Yeah, time is coming. These starters, both these guys, very efficient with their pitches thus far. They might be getting 4, 5, 6 innings now. It's you know you're getting close.
0-1 to Luke. Little bottle rocket just back of first. Otto Kemp backpedaling to his right. He's there, and 2 down. So here in this coming week, you being a former reliever, something we discussed last night, that last hurdle for a reliever is usually going for an inning, sitting down, coming back and getting an out maybe the next inning, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Finishing an inning, sitting down and going a full inning. Also back-to-backs. How much of that takes place at spring training?
Yeah, that's traditionally a hurdle that you have to get in before the season begins.
Pitch on the way to Leone, and that misses outside.
And relievers have to be ready to pitch every night in the regular season. We've gotten a little better at monitoring their workload. But Walt Weiss has to know that his relievers are used to pitching back-to-back days and make sure that their arms are accustomed to that. And it's not going to be 2 long outings. You might just come in and get the last out on your second day of your back-to-back appearances. But it's something you have to do.
1-0, just missed outside, 2-0.
The other thing we discussed is, a quick, fast warm-up. Quick, fast, in a hurry is what they like to say. Because, hey, we see a situation develop and get going.
2-0 in for a strike, 2-1.
And, these guys have the luxury of knowing when they're going to pitch. Usually a minor leaguer in the early spring training will come in and finish, clean up the inning, and then you get to start your own clean one.
2-1 high and away, 3-1.
But a week from Tuesday, you don't have that luxury. It's going to be you shutting down that rally of the opposing team. So you got to get accustomed to that as well.
No score, top of the fourth. 3-1 swung on, missed. Of those challenges for relievers, which, in your opinion, was the most challenging?
The one I dreaded the most was the back-to-back days.
3-2 pitch, fouled back.
Because, well, especially at the end of my career. Yeah, every year I go, I'm going to see how far I can go without taking anti-inflammatories. And it was like, first bullpen, give me the pills, Doc. Let's go, man. This hurts too much.
There's the 3-2. There's a deep drive down the right field line, hooking towards the pole, and that's a foul ball. That looked fair to me. Sandy makes a U-turn, comes back to the plate. I thought that was right inside the foul pole for a home run. But first base umpire DJ Rayburn says foul ball, so 3-2.
And pitching coaches know that back-to-back days is appearances is going to hurt a little bit. So they'll give you 2-3 days off on the backside of it. So all of our regular season bullpen guys of the Braves, their schedule's been scripted out for a couple weeks now, how we can get all this in.
There's ball 4 to Leone. 2-out base runner. So sliders and ibuprofen for that second day, huh?
Oh. Yeah, absolutely. That one hurts at the end of spring training because you're still just working back into shape, and there's no way around it. You're going to be sore on that second day, and if you don't do that till you get into the regular season, you don't know how you're going to feel that second day.
No score in the fourth. Runner at first, 2 down. Brewer Hicklin swings and misses. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Braves Radio Network. Oh, 1 to Hicklin, misses low and away. Braves nothing, Phillies nothing. Top of the fourth. Braves have Sandy Leon as the runner at first base. Brewer Hicklin, the batter. He bats 8th in the order. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and tipped into the middle of Rafael Marchand.
Just to wrap up that relief pitcher talk, another thing you have to do as a reliever is throw 2 innings. And there's so much demand for innings in the big league game. You usually go over to the minor league side and do that. We would always pair it up, so I would do it with my other 2 buddies who were late game pitchers in my bullpen.
1-2 is low, 2-2.
And they'd throw us in the same game against kids from A-ball or rookie ball or whatever. And so we'd have a little bet, a little money on the line on who's going to strike out the most guys, who's going to give up the least hits. So it was a little bit of, gamesmanship.
There's a 2-2. A little bit low, and that'll be challenged by Rafael Marchand. Video boards in right center field. Here's the ABS challenge result. And that is a strike. So that's overturned. That'll end the top of the fourth inning. No runs, no hits, no errors at a man left. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning, no score.
Frontier is joining Verizon. New Frontier and Verizon customers can get 6 months of 100% fiber internet on us up to 1 gig by bundling Verizon Mobile and Frontier Fiber. Plus, get 2 mobile lines for $50 per month on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Verizon store to switch. $25 per line after $60 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Eligible new Frontier Fiber plan required. Availability varies. Additional terms apply.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/free forever to learn more.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Turn on the home of baseball for MLB Network's spring training coverage. Get an in-depth look at every club with previews from each camp. Check in with the players.
Trying to get dialed in and be ready to go from day one.
Check out the new rosters.
We are scoreless into the bottom of the fourth inning. Braves and Phillies. Alec Boehm leads off. First pitch he sees a changeup that bounces off the plate. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you from a packed-out Baycare ballpark. Spring home the Phillies and has been for several years. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Boehm. And Boehm with a pop-up to right field. Brewer Hicklin looking skyward. Comes in, makes the catch, 1 down. All right, you're telling us about going to play on the backfields and having to go back-to-back innings. And you had an entire scoring system with some of your teammates to make it competitive.
Yeah, we'd wager a couple $100. We got to make it interesting, and it was myself, Brad Brock, and Zach Britton, 3 of the late inning guys when we were all with the Orioles.
First pitch called strike on Adolis Garcia.
So it was like we're facing 18, 20-year-old kids that have never gotten above A ball. So it was kind of a mismatch.
Garcia takes the ball high.
So it was 2 points for a strikeout, 3 points for a 3-pitch strikeout, -1 point for every base hit, every single, -2 for a double, and so on.
1-1 bounced up there. 2 balls and a strike.
So at the end, we'd tally up all the points and see who won the dough. And it made it competitive. It made it fun. And, we each had to throw our 2 innings to get our work in, and we had fun with it.
That's the only way you can do it. I mean, you got to make it competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Two balls and a strike. Suarez ready, kicks the leg, 2-1 fouled off, 2-2. And I'd imagine that most of spring training, regardless of position, is like that amongst players, just to make it competitive so you can get out there and get your work done and do your best to enjoy it.
Yeah, most of my life I didn't gamble much until I played in the major leagues. And we would bet on just about anything.
Well, down here, things get so monotonous.
That's certainly the truth.
I mean, because it's hard to get those competitive juices flowing. These games obviously don't count. So if you're on the team, if you go into spring training knowing you're on the team, I mean, you got to find ways to motivate yourself and enjoy it with your teammates. No score, bottom of the 4th. Too high and outside.
Yeah, one of those times we went to minor league camp, the minor league catcher wasn't accustomed to Zach Britton's high 90s demon sinker, and he whiffed one, broke the umpire's toe on Zach's first pitch of the inning.
3-2 pitch, and that's low for ball 4. 1 out walk to Garcia. Second walk allowed by Suarez.
So you're an umpire. You can't call a game with a broken toe. You're going to the hospital. So the umpire had to change out. The other guy had to put his, the plate gear on. And Zach was rattled by the whole ordeal, and it was easy money that day for me.
Jose Alvarado now. No score, bottom of the 4th. Bryson Stott singled in the second inning. Left-handed hitter takes a called strike here. Suarez at 51 pitches, 29 strikes. 0-1 to Stott. And he'll reach and miss at a really good changeup darting away from him. Good looking pitch. 0-2 on Stott. Shortstop Brad Wisely, a few steps to his left. He's got dirt all over his gray pants as he's been running all over the base paths in this game. Dominic Smith holding Garcia at first base, who takes a lead in his bright blue cleats. And the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side, hard to his left. Shunk slides to it in shallow right, smothers, and has to hold on to it. I mean, just a little bouncer out there to the right side of the infield, and Shunk had to really go hard to his left just to keep the ball from going into the outfield. So it's a single by Stott. Runners at first and second, 1 out.
All the Braves infielders are protesting because they believe that ball hit Adolis Garcia on the foot as he was running from first to second.
Well, we don't have a monitor or any kind of replay system here in our booth. All we have is J-Chad with binoculars. I'm not sure his binoculars are on the field right now. They might be down there on that Frenchie's Tiki Hut checking out the action. I don't blame him. Runners at first and second, 1 down. I mean, if you're coming to a game at this ballpark, that left field Tiki Hut's the place to be, man. They got it going on out there. Here's Otto Kemp. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Lefty Suarez trying to battle through here. First pitch changeup outside. Phillies have held spring training here in Clearwater every year since 1947. They've been a staple here in this community. There's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Otto Kemp. Kemp way out in front. Suarez back to the changeup, gets a swing and miss. Phillies were over at Jack Russell Stadium for several years, and they moved into this ballpark in 2004. One 1 from Suarez. In for a strike. Showed him a fastball there, 1-2. And this will be challenged now by the Phillies. To get the ABS replay review, and that is a strike. So that is confirmed. That's the voice of Jacob Metz, home plate umpire, addressing the crowd. And for the Phillies, 80 years they've been coming down here for spring training. And then during the regular season, this is the regular season home of the Clearwater Threshers, a Florida State League team. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Kemp. Checking the runners. Now he cuts it loose. Swung on and tipped into the mitt for strike 3. He used a fastball there. So he strikes out Kemp for the second time. 2 down in the inning. And it's up to Brian De La Cruz.
Yeah, really nice sequence there. We've been talking about Suarez's changeup, and you get a guy thinking about that. How I gotta stay back. I gotta hit it to the opposite field. And then you rush him with that fastball. Really nice pitch.
De La Cruz, the batter. Now time called by Leon. You might remember De La Cruz in the second inning hit that little tapper to the right side of the infield where Aaron Schunk made a terrific play to get it out at third base. That's how the inning ended. Got a huge hole on the right side right now. Runners at first and second, 2 down. Suarez checking the runner at second. And now goes to work on De La Cruz. Misses low with the first pitch slider. Still a light breeze out towards left field. Not quite as hard as it was to begin the game. It was about 10, 12 miles an hour before the game. Wind has calmed down a little bit. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball to third base. Gloving it back to the bag. Farmer. Long throw. He bounces it perfectly to first base. And on one hop, it's snagged by Smith for out number 3. So Suarez works around the single and the walk. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 left. 4 innings in the rearview mirror. We go to the top of the 5th inning. No score.
Frontier is joining Verizon. New Frontier and Verizon customers can get 6 months of 100% fiber internet on us up to 1 gig by bundling Verizon Mobile and Frontier Fiber. Plus, get 2 mobile lines for $50 per month on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Verizon store to switch. $25 per line after $60 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Eligible new Frontier Fiber plan required. Availability varies. Additional terms apply.
Hungry? Let the Colonel do the cooking with KFC's $10 weekday buckets. Golden nuggets on Mondays. Original recipe chicken on Tuesdays. Hot and spicy wings on Wednesdays. Juicy tenders on Thursdays. And Fridays, golden nuggets again. Monday through Friday, choose your favorite bucket for $10 each. $10 weekday buckets at KFC. One big deal. Finger licking good. Only available at select participating locations while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra. No substitutions.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Introducing the all-new ML.
Good pitching thus far. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for both teams. We're scoreless into the top of the 5th inning. Braves and Phillies. 9-1-2 in the Braves order here in the 5th, starting with Aaron Schunk. Schunk with a first pitch swing and a fly ball to right field. Adolis Garcia trotting in. 1 pitch, 1 down as Garcia's got it out there in right field. Ben, Darren, and Jay Chad with you. Road game today here versus the Phillies. Back home tomorrow. We'll see the Rays tomorrow as we start up a brand new week in the Grapefruit League. Good amount of travel towards the very end of camp for the Braves. There's the pitch on the way to Brett Wisely. And a ball low. We'll see the Rays tomorrow at home. And then the rest of the road trips will either be Bradenton or Fort Myers. Still have, I believe, 3 trips to Fort Myers, 1 to Bradenton. 1-0 to Wisely. Wisely swings and tips one into the mitt. And a 1-1 count. Been a good day for Brett Wisely. He tripled in the first inning. He doubled in the third. So far, he's had Taijuan Walker's number. Trying to keep that rolling right along. Here's the 1-1 pitch. We'll take a strike on the inside corner. 1-2.
Just hearing you say Grapefruit League, I just thinking, I don't think I've seen a grapefruit tree, bush, plant down here. This time, I guess maybe we're too far south.
I mean, you'd think it'd be the Orange League, wouldn't you?
I would.
There's the 1-2. Tapper back to the mound. That'll be gloved over there by Walker. Throws over to the bag and 2 down. Were you not working the game with me last year where I broke down why it's called the Grapefruit League? About the incident with the flyover and the plane and all that stuff?
Oh, yes.
Remember that?
They dropped the grapefruit.
They dropped the grapefruit.
Yes. Okay.
And someone tried to catch it. It was the manager for the Brooklyn Dodgers at the time. 2 down in the inning. There's a called strike. And just giving you a very quick synopsis of the story, he thought he could catch a baseball thrown out of a moving airplane. There's a pop-up to left field. Brandon Marsh coming in. He's under it, and he will make the catch in very shallow left, and that's a 1-2-3-5. Finish that story when we come back. Go to the bottom of the 5th inning, no score.
Things people don't believe in. Little green aliens. Bigfoot. And that Spectrum TV combines all your favorite streaming apps with live TV at no extra cost. But that one is actually true. You get over $100 worth of streaming apps like HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, AMC Plus, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
Tyler Reddick here from 2311 Racing. When I'm off the track, I like to keep the action going, and that's where Social Live Casino comes in. Play live blackjack, roulette, or live slots, and chat with our live hosts and other players as the action unfolds. It's fast, interactive, and totally free. No pit crew needed. With over 1 million players already in the game, the action's always live. Jump in at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See T's and C's. 21 plus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
Did you hear? Frontier is joining Verizon. To celebrate, we're launching our best internet offer ever. For a limited time, get 6 months of lightning-fast 100% fiber internet on us, up to 1 gig, when you bundle Verizon Mobile and Frontier Fiber. Visit your local Verizon store or verizon.com/welcome-frontier to switch. Eligible new Frontier Fiber plan required. Availability varies. Additional terms apply.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Let's go! Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market.
Got a stalemate here in Clearwater. No score into the bottom of the 5th inning alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Rafael Marchand leads off the Phillies. Jose Suarez on for his 5th inning of work. First pitch low and inside. 1 ball and no strikes on Marchand. All right, we're talking about the Grapefruit League. And we come down to Florida and you see way more orange groves and such than grapefruits. There's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Marchand with a liner into left field, base hit. Clean single into left field and a leadoff single for the Phillies catcher. That'll bring Rojas to the plate. That brings Walt Weiss to the mound. That'll be it for Suarez. So I can try to get this story through. But why is it called the Grapefruit League? Well, you go all the way back to 1908. There was a catcher for the Washington Senators named Gabby Street. And he thought that he could catch a baseball dropped out of the Washington Monument. And they went out there one afternoon. This is before a game. And I think as the story goes, they dropped 12, 13 balls from the Washington Monument, and he caught one of them. So that was a story that kind of had legendary status. Well, the manager of the Brooklyn Dodgers at the time was a guy named Wilbert Robinson. 7 years later, 1915, Wilbert Robinson heard the story of Gabby Street and said, you know what? I think I could catch a baseball out of a moving airplane, and we should do it before a spring training game and make a big attraction out of it. Well, that was the plan. There was going to be a pilot that flew over the field before a game who dropped the ball out. He was going to be there with his mitt waiting on it, make the catch. The crowd goes wild. What Wilbert Robinson did know is that his team, some of his players, Casey Stengel being one of them, wanted to prank the manager and told the pilot, instead of a baseball, drop a grapefruit out of the plane. So the plane flies over. The pilot throws out a grapefruit. Wilbert Robinson is waiting to catch it, and it comes down with tremendous force and splatters all over him. And he thought the red liquid all over him was his own blood and thought that he had been wounded and was probably going to die right there on the field. And, of course, everybody got a grand laugh out of the whole thing as his grapefruit had exploded all over his, I'm sure, wool uniform. And that's the theory, the origin, and the legend of how this became known as the Grapefruit
League.
Which is a great story.
Yeah, it really is.
Joel Payamps is the new pitcher now for the Braves.
Yeah, Joel the Braves picked him up about two-thirds of the way through the season last year. Had a pretty good run with the Braves. You know, he was with Milwaukee as well, had a 7 ERA there once he came over from the Braves. To the Braves, just 2 games, but a 3.38 ERA. He's a guy that the Braves envisioned being a part of their opening day bullpen. We talked about hurdles you have to clear. Payamps is coming in the middle of an inning. You know, he had to hurry and get ready, so here he is. He's going to pass his test.
He inherits a runner at first base. Runner at first, no one out for Johan Rojas. Rojas walked in the 3rd inning and was left stranded at first base. He shows bunt, pushed down to Payamps. He's up with it. Wants to throw to second. There's no one there. It's off into center field. Runners hold at first and second. Second baseman Aaron Schunk was moving to his left. Wisely had not gotten to the bag, and Payamps fired to an empty second base. Would have had it easy out at first base.
Yeah, you love the aggressiveness of Payamps there. You want to try to get that lead out, especially on a bunt right back to you. But Wisely just didn't do his job there and cover second, so you got to make that adjustment. You can also depend on your catcher, Sandy Leon, who can see the whole field. He should be yelling 1, 1, 1, and you depend on him to be your eyes because as you're fielding the ball, your back is turned to second.
So now first and second, no one out for Trey Turner. First pitch misses high. That's a sacrifice and an E1. That's why we have spring training, isn't it?
That's it.
That play right there. 1-0 to Rojas. Popped up harmlessly to shallow right field. Hicklin, sunglasses on, trotting in, makes the catch. 1 down in the inning. Runners hold at first and second base. Turner now 0 for 3 in this game. That puts the bat in the hands of Brandon Marsh. A few seagulls flying over the field. Big crowd here on a Sunday. No score in the bottom of the 5th inning. Marsh trying to change that. And Joel Payamps trying to keep it scoreless. Marsh 0 for 2. Takes the ball low and outside. First pitch changeup. Inning started with a single by Marchand. Then that sac E1 to put runners at first and second. Followed by the fly out to right field. 1-0 pitch off the plate. 2-0. Payamps bends over, gets a palm full of mound dirt, puts some texture on his fingers. Ready to work now. And the 2-0 to Marsh. Gets it by him. Swing and a miss at a fastball. Tall right-hander Joel Payamps. Ball in a black glove right in front of his belt buckle. 2-1 to the plate. Fouled off the inside of Marsh's foot in a 2-2 count.
Yeah, Payamps, maybe not a household name around the league, but he's a pretty darn good pitcher. He's been in the league 7 seasons, has a career ERA of 3.41. And just a couple years ago, 23 and 24, absolutely dominant out of the bullpen for the Brewers. So he's a guy that Braves are counting on to have a bounce back, a return to form.
He'd love a strikeout right here. Here's his 2-2 pitch to Marsh. Pulled foul over by the Braves dugout. That bounced right behind Paco Figueroa, their first base coach. They have Dusty Wathan on the other side of the infield. Payamps set right of the belt. 2-2 to Marsh. In for a called third strike. So Marsh goes down looking. 2 down to the inning. By the way, they've wiped away that error that was charged to Payamps just a moment ago. Two down in the inning. Here's Alec Bohm. Bohm takes a called strike. JC, they just say sacrifice fielder's choice. Okay, just wipe away the error. So a sac, fielder's choice. Put the runners at first and second. 0-1 on Bohm. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. Bohm chases a high heater, missed every stitch of it. Good place for that fastball, and a good job by Pyomps getting ahead 0-2. Trying to keep the runners held at first and second, leave them stranded there. 0-2 pitch. Low and in the dirt. Good smother by Sandy Leon.
Pyomps does have a nice fastball, 95, 96, but his best pitch is a slider. It's a nasty pitch. You're going to see that about 50% of the time. I wouldn't be surprised if the Braves ask him to throw that even more this season.
See if we see it here. 1-2 to the plate. Swing and a miss. Got him with that slider. Dialed it up perfectly. Gets the strikeout, and a nice job by Pyomps working around the single and that sacrifice fielder's choice. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 2 left. We played 5. We go to the top of the 6th. Still no score.
Frontier is joining Verizon. New Frontier and Verizon customers can get 6 months of 100% fiber internet on us up to 1 gig by bundling Verizon Mobile and Frontier Fiber. Plus, get 2 mobile lines for $50 per month on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Verizon store to switch. $25 per line after $60 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Eligible new Frontier Fiber plan required. Availability varies. Additional terms apply.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Hungry? Let the Colonel do the cooking with KFC's $10 weekday buckets. Golden nuggets on Mondays. Original recipe chicken on Tuesdays. Hot and spicy wings on Wednesdays. Juicy tenders on Thursdays. And Fridays, golden nuggets again. Monday through Friday, choose your favorite bucket for $10 each. $10 weekday buckets at KFC. One big deal. Finger licking good. Only available at select participating locations while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra. No substitutions.
Turn on the home of baseball.
Well, moving into the top of the 6th here in Clearwater. Still goose eggs in the run column for both teams. And it doesn't get any easier here for the Braves hitters. The prodigious lefty, Jose Alvarado, a familiar face out of that Philly bullpen. He's on the pitch here in the 6th. He missed part of the season last year due to a PED suspension, but did pitch 28 games out of that Philly bullpen with 7 saves. One of the very hardest throwers in the game, especially from the left side. Fastball sitting right at 99 to 100 miles an hour.
He's got a new left fielder, Garrett Stubbs in left field. Of course, Stubbs most of his career been a catcher, but he's in left field. They're trying him out there here in today's game. Here's Dominic Smith. Dominic sends one foul. Braves have J.R. Ritchie up and throwing in the bullpen. Braves got 4 innings out of Jose Suarez. 4 innings plus 1 batter. No runs allowed, 4 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. And Joel Pyomps came on, did nice work there in the 5th inning. Had a couple of strikeouts, so 1 pitch and a ground ball rolled to first. On the other end, Otto Kemp tosses to the bag. Alvarado's there. 1 down in the 6th inning.
Yeah, you mentioned Stubbs being a catcher. He's always kind of stood out. He's a smaller guy. He doesn't look like your prototypical catcher. He's pretty skinny, but he's very athletic. So from what we heard from Tom McCarthy, the Phillies want to find a way to keep him around. He's got a truly exceptional personality. He's a great clubhouse guy, so they're trying to find any way they can keep him on the roster.
And he's out of options, so you're trying to create some value for him. No score, top of the 6th inning. Here's Kyle Farmer. First pitch, fastball for a called strike. Hummed in at 99. Having a good personality in the clubhouse for 162 games carries some weight, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, I got a chance to play golf with him. Never met him in my life before that. Obviously played against him with him a couple of summers ago. Myself, Whit Merrifield, went to play golf with him up in Philly. By the end of the round, it was like we were best friends.
Really?
And he's one of those guys that, he coordinates the fantasy football draft. He organizes the dinners. He's just the guy. He's like the grease guy in the clubhouse and keeps everybody's spirits up. And every clubhouse needs one of those guys. It just takes the weight off of the rest of the clubhouse.
Keeper of the culture.
That's it.
0-1 on Kyle Farmer. Here's the pitch from Alvarado, and he swings at a pitch in the dirt. Missed that cutter, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes on Farmer. Kyle with a couple of ground outs, 1 to third, 1 to second. Hitting .448 this spring. Takes the ball low and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No runs, 3 hits for the Braves. No runs, 4 hits for the Phillies. Sun shining down on the plate. A little bit of shade in the outfield. 1-2 from the big lefty. Low and inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And just for illustration, a Braves guy that comes to mind thinking about the clubhouse guy for me is Will Smith. It's no accident he won those 3 World Series in a row. It's fun being around him every day, and he's a guy you want to go through those 6 months with.
2-2 high and away, 3-2.
And you're on top of each other all day, every day. You spend more time with your teammates than your family. So the guys that can keep it light and keep it fun and take a load off of his teammates, they're so important.
3-2 to Farmer. Hot shot out to third, knocked down on the backhand side by Bohm, picks it up, fires over. What a play. In time for the out. He had to lunge across his torso to get the backhand on it. Didn't squeeze it cleanly, knocked it straight down to his feet, and still stuck with it, picked it up, delivered a good throw, and 2 away. So 2 down now for Ben Gamble. No score in the top of the 6th inning. I think it's a fascinating thing to think about, talking about building a team, not just for in between the lines, but having a good group of guys and how they mesh together and chemistry being a tangible thing. Pitch on the way to Ben Gamble. He swings and misses. I'm not saying being a GM of an NFL team or an NBA team is easy work. It is not. But you might be considering more team chemistry for baseball than you would if you're putting together a team for another sport, just because of the close proximity and the daily nature of it all. There's ball low and outside. Because you could have 9 really talented players, 26 for a team, but if you don't have that chemistry, as this is going to be challenged on the ABS system, if you don't have that team chemistry, it's going to be a miserable season for everybody.
Yeah. It's an important part of the game.
This is a strike, and that is overturned.
And you can't quantify it, and I know that frustrates the front offices around the league, but there's just some guys that are like that, and you want to have one in your clubhouse.
0-2 to Gamble, low and outside. I mean, if you're having a bad season, that's tough enough. You add in a bad clubhouse,
yes,
no one's having a good time.
And you can't fake it. I'll be honest. I was a good teammate, but I wasn't a connector like that. I couldn't fill that role even if I tried.
1-2 to Gamble. That bounced up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's got to be hard to identify.
You can't fake it. Will Smith, I used to call him the clubhouse golden retriever. And it fit because he had a golden retriever. But it's like, all right, if you're bored or you got nothing to do, let's go see what Will's up to. It's always something funny. It brightens your day.
2-2 from Alvarado. That's in for a called 3rd strike, and the Braves are history in the 6th inning. Nothing doing for Atlanta. We go to the bottom of the 6th, no score.
Frontier is joining Verizon. New Frontier and Verizon customers can get 6 months of 100% fiber internet on us up to 1 gig by bundling Verizon Mobile and Frontier Fiber. Plus, get 2 mobile lines for $50 per month on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Verizon store to switch. $25 per line after $60 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Eligible new Frontier Fiber plan required. Availability varies. Additional terms apply.
Hungry? Let the Colonel do the cooking with KFC's $10 weekday buckets. Golden nuggets on Mondays. Original recipe chicken on Tuesdays. Hot and spicy wings on Wednesdays. Juicy tenders on Thursdays. And Fridays, Golden Nuggets again. Monday through Friday, choose your favorite bucket for $10 each. $10 weekday buckets at KFC. One big deal. Finger licking good. Only available at select participating locations while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra. No substitutions.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Tyler Reddick here from 2311 Racing. Another checkered flag for the books. Time to celebrate with Chumba. Jump in at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See T&Cs. 21+. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
Turn on the home of baseball for MLB Network's spring training coverage. Get an in-depth look at every club with previews from each camp. Check in with the players.
Trying to get dialed in.
Bottom sticks. Score still stands at 0-0. We got a new pitcher for the Braves, young prospect J.R. Ritchie trying his hand here. J.R. just 22 years old, making his 4th appearance of the spring here today.
Got a new catcher as well. That's Chadwick Tromp. Adolis Garcia takes first pitch strike. For J.R., it's been an impressive camp, a 3.38 ERA. 4 appearances now, 1 start, so 3 appearances in relief. And up until this point, 8 innings, 3 runs, 2 hits allowed. He saw 3 rungs of the Braves minor league system last year, high A, double A, and triple A. 0-1 pitch. There's a ball inside. Look, he certainly got everybody's attention last year. If he didn't already have it, had a 2.64 ERA amongst those 3 leagues. Number 2 prospect in the organization, and he plucks Garcia. That was a sinker at 93, and he smoked him in the back. Garcia will slowly walk down the first base line. That sounded pretty painful.
Yeah, Garcia. I feel worse for that ball than for Adolis Garcia. Those muscles, the ball's probably flat. This is a good, you never want to see a guy get hit by a pitch or get injured, but if I'm Walt Weiss, this is a perfect situation for me. This is a great litmus test for J.R. Ritchie facing this veteran lineup and see how he's going to respond to that hit by pitch. We talked about the environment here today. This is just about as good as it gets in spring training. So we'll see if he can, gather himself and get back in the strike zone.
Now this righty has to face the lefty stick of Bryson Stott. Runner at first, no one out, no score, bottom of the 6th. Stott awaits. Here's the pitch from Ritchie and a first pitch strike. First pitch cutter. As far as the weaponry for J.R. Ritchie, what jumps out at you?
Well, he's a great pitcher. He's not a thrower. He's got lots of good stuff. It's a 6-pitch repertoire. 4-seam sinker.
1 missed outside.
It's going to be the primary fastball, 94 to 96. He can top out at 97. Also a sweeper, changeup, curveball, cutter. He's got it all, man. And he knows he can use them in any count.
Deep mix for a 22-year-old. 1-1. In for a strike. Good changeup.
I was talking about Walt Weiss. When you're a big league manager, you're evaluating these guys mentally, not just physically, not just how they pitch, but how they respond to adversity, because there will be a lot of that in the major leagues.
Pick off of it at first. Garcia back in with a dive. No score, bottom of the 6th inning. J.R. Ritchie, 3rd pitcher used by the Braves. 4 innings out of Jose Suarez. And then 1 inning out of Joel Payamps. Now the 22-year-old right-hander J.R. Ritchie into the game. 1-2 pitch, fouled back by Stott. Ritchie was drafted by the Braves 35th overall in 2022 out of Bainbridge Island, Washington. And he selected to sign with the Braves over his collegiate commitment to UCLA. Had Tommy John in 2023. Strong season last year. 1-2 to Stott. In the air towards left, slicing towards foul territory. Sprinting over Luke Williams at the line. Leaps into the air, and he's got it. Right in front of the Hooters ball girl down the left field line. They have, this is the headquarters for the Hooters restaurant chain. Instead of using ball boys down the right and left field lines, they have Hooters waitresses down the line. Keeps things spicy down the line.
Sure does. Funny story. I know the guy whose family started Hooters. He lives up there in Atlanta.
There's Otto Kemp. And there's a ball high. When did you meet him?
Listen to these guys. He lives right around the corner from me. They sell Hooters, wait out the non-compete, start Twin Peaks.
Is that right?
Start it all over again.
They got a cycle down, huh?
They do.
Little formula. .1-0 fouled off. Easy formula that's worked for years.
Yes. I think so, Ben.
Ball and a strike on Otto Kemp. Here it is from Richie. Fouled back, 1-2. No runs, 3 hits for the Braves. No runs, 4 hits for the Phillies.
It's cold beer.
That's part of the formula.
You won't get a colder beer than you get it. Well, we don't give out free advertisements here, but go enjoy yourself.
1-2 on Kemp. Lead at first by Garcia. Richie brings it. 1-2 fouled off into the seats down the first base line. Alongside Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram here with you. Spring training game number 22 for the Braves. And 8 left to be played after today. Altogether 30 games this spring in the Grapefruit League, plus 1 exhibition versus Team Columbia that the Braves won. Again, the 1-2. Got him looking. Froze him with a fastball. Kim just stared at it. 2 down in the inning.
Yeah, we've seen that quite a bit this spring, JR. Richie freezing guys with 2 strikes with that fastball away. Just a beautifully executed 4-seamer. We mentioned he's a 6-pitch guy. And when you got to worry about all those things, you're not expecting that beautifully painted fastball down and away.
2 down for De La Cruz. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. He'll take a fastball up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Love watching J.R. Richie and hoping that he can finish with a really good spring. And there's a really good chance we could see him at the big league level this year. 1-0 to De La Cruz. In for a strike. Pops the mitt with a 91-mile-an-hour cutter. And the cutters look good this inning, and like you're mentioning with his repertoire, that's probably his 4th most used pitch.
Yeah. This kid can really pitch.
Tall, lean righty brings the 1-1. That's in for a strike.
I mentioned I saw Brian Snitker driving a golf cart around the complex yesterday, and he was gushing about J.R. Richie. Snit's not much of a gushing guy, but he really is excited about J.R.'s future.
There's 1-2. Fouled off into the screen by the Braves dugout. And remember, this inning started with a hit by pitch as he smoked Adolis Garcia in the back. Got Stott to fly out to left, struck out Kemp looking. And now 1 good pitch away from getting De La Cruz and hanging another 0 up on the scoreboard. I mean, nothing but goose eggs at this point for both teams. Scoreless game in the 6th. 1-2 from Richie. That'll do. Swung on and missed at a fastball. Humming in there at 95 miles an hour. He strikes out De La Cruz. And that's that for the Phillies. We go to the 7th, no score.
Did you hear? Frontier is joining Verizon. To celebrate, we're launching our best internet offer ever. For a limited time, get 6 months of lightning-fast 100% fiber internet on us, up to 1 gig, when you bundle Verizon Mobile and Frontier Fiber. Visit your local Verizon store or verizon.com/welcome-frontier to switch. Eligible new Frontier Fiber plan required. Availability varies. Additional terms apply.
Hungry? Let the Colonel do the cooking with KFC's $10 weekday buckets. Golden nuggets on Mondays. Original recipe chicken on Tuesdays. Hot and spicy wings on Wednesdays. Juicy tenders on Thursdays. And Fridays, golden nuggets again. Monday through Friday, choose your favorite bucket for $10 each. $10 weekday buckets at KFC. One big deal. Finger licking good. Only available at select participating locations while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra. No substitutions.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Smooth accelerators. When that light turns green, you're off. Like a warm knife through firm butter. Going from 0 to the speed limit in an appropriate amount of time. Sure, your car has horsepower, but your horses prance around as silky smooth as your right foot. Fancy Prancerton. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
Turn on the home of...
On at the top of the 7th, and if you're just tuning in, you've only missed a bunch of good pitching. Score still stands 0-0. Taijuan Walker went 5 scoreless for the Phillies. Jose Alvarado looks to be in midseason form. 1-inning pitch with 1 strikeout. On next to pitch for the Phillies, their closer, right-hander Joan Duran. Duran came over from the Twins at the trade deadline last year, fortifying an already strong bullpen. This guy's nasty. Last year, altogether, 72 games, a 2.06 ERA, and 32 saves to go along with 80 strikeouts and 70 innings. The fastball routinely sits 101 to 102. Got a really nice curveball and sweeper to pair with that. So it's going to be a tough ride here for these Braves hitters coming up to face him.
Yeah, no kidding.
Some premier stuff.
Saw 102 the other night for the right-hander Cruz with the Yankees.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's the hardest throwing pitcher we've seen this spring, so Duran right there with him. Luke Williams, the first man to greet him, as he leads it off in the top of the 7th. No score. First pitch misses low. Got some rain way off in the distance. Breeze picks up, blowing to dead center. There's a 1-0 pitch on the way to Luke Williams. Luke takes the ball inside. Bright sunshine on the field right now. Gray clouds off in the distance. And you can see rain way out on the horizon. But the flags in center field are all of a sudden howling out to center field. Those umbrellas out there, the picnic umbrella area, those are flapping in the wind. 2-0 pitch. There's a little broken bat flare into right field, in for a base hit. A 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Luke got just enough wood on it and hit a little looper over the infield. Leadoff single. Good start here in the 7th. First Braves base hit since the double by Brett Wisely in the 3rd inning. So a blue base hit. Here's Chadwick Tromp. Remember, he took over for Sandy Leone. Sandy went 0 for 1 with a walk. Let's see how aggressive Chadwick gets right here. He loves the first pitch. Takes the ball in the dirt. After Tromp, it'll be Brewer Hicklin. This is the bottom of the Braves order. No score, top of the 7th inning. 1-0 from Duran. Look out. High strike. Tromp backed out of the way of that sweeper, then came back, caught the corner.
I don't blame him.
Bowing out of the way.
Yeah, you got triple digits. What you think is triple digits coming at you. You dive.
Luke Williams, big lead at first base, not going. 1-1 pitch. Tromp reaches and misses at a sweeper away. That's just not fair. You get these sweepers like that when you're geared up for 102. I bet it's hard to even see straight or even think straight facing Duran. Pick off to first. Williams shuffles back on the bag. 1-2 on Tromp. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for both teams. Big crowd on a beautiful Sunday here in Clearwater. Williams, big lead at first base. He's going. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Bounces away from Marchand. Safely at second base is Williams as he swipes the bag. Had a big jump over there, too.
Yeah, you could kind of feel that one coming. Duran, for all the things he's good at, is a bit deliberate to the plate. He's got a high leg kick. You know, it takes a bit of time to produce that much force to be able to throw it 101. So Luke smartly taking advantage of that.
Trump awaits. Pitch on the way from Duran. Swung on, fouled off. Bouncing over by Rob Thompson, who's currently being interviewed by Phillies TV right now. It's funny to look down onto the field and see somebody with a headset on. They got the headset on Rob down there. 2-2 on Chadwick Trump. Williams a lead at third, and the 2-2 pitch on the way to Chadwick. Spoiled foul into the Phillies dugout.
Another element for Luke Williams to run there is Duran had the very highest ground ball rate in the major leagues last year. 65% of his outs came on the ground. It's that hard upper 90s sinker he throws. You can't square it up. So you take the risk stealing a base, and you keep yourself out of the double play.
Let's see if Trump can get one on the ground to the right side, get the runner over to third base. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball out to short. Up with that now, Trey Turner. He'll fire over to first base for the out. 6-3 put out, one down. Pedro Leon took over in right field a moment ago. So the only changes that have taken place in the field in this game for the Phillies, Stubbs to left field an inning ago and Pedro Leon to right field this inning. Braves have had a few opportunities with men in scoring position, but nothing across yet. They stranded a runner at third base in the first, stranded a runner at second base in the second, and a runner at third base in the third. Brewer Hicklin swings and misses at a first pitch sinker. After Hicklin, it will be Shunk. Runner at second, one out, top of the seventh. Right on right matchup, 0-1 to Hicklin. Low for a ball. And sinker 96. Brewer Hicklin to the plate for the third time in the game. He walked in the second inning, struck out looking in the fourth inning. Shade covers the infield. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way to Brewer Hicklin. Duran fires. High fly ball up into the wind. Johan Rojas in medium depth center field under it makes the catch. Tagging and holding at second base Williams. It's been the kiss of death for the Braves in this game. Get the leadoff man into scoring position and then nothing after that.
Yeah, we've so often this spring we've seen them really excel in situational hitting. And I know they're working hard on it. Duran is a tough guy to really, you're fighting for your life in there.
Yes.
You're just trying to hit the ball. It's a little bit harder to control where you hit it.
Yeah, one of the toughest to face late in the game. We're scoreless in the top of the seventh. Aaron Shunk is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out to right field. Shunk takes the ball low. Right as that pitch was delivered, there was a massive lightning strike way out on the horizon. Fortunately, we're not playing out there. It looks like it's pouring, I don't know, maybe 10 or so miles northeast of us. 1-0 on Shunk. Here's the pitch from Duran, low and outside. So 2 balls and no strikes. If Shunk can reach, then back to the top of the order to Brent Wisely. Wisely's had the best day of any Brave as he's gone 2 for 3. He supplied half of the Braves' hits today. No score in the seventh. 2-0 pitch, grounder fouled on the third base line.
I think Aaron Shunk just lost his gum on that swing. I was watching him swing, and something, white, light pink just flew out. Now it's sitting 2-3 feet in front of home plate.
Yeah, it's in the dirt down there, right in front of the batter's box. Probably not the first time Duran made a batter lose his gum. There's the 2-1 pitch. Chop foul off the back edge of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's better spitting out your gum than choking on it. Could you imagine?
Well, the embarrassment, first and foremost, would be really bad. And then hopefully they get this thing out of me so I can finish my AB. Never seen the Heimlich on a baseball field before. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball weakly to third. Charging Bohm. Gloves next to the bag as throws a good one. And they get Shunk by a step. That ends the top of the seventh. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Time to stretch in Clearwater. No score.
Did you hear? Frontier is joining Verizon. To celebrate, we're launching our best internet offer ever. For a limited time, get 6 months of lightning-fast 100% fiber internet on us, up to 1 gig, when you bundle Verizon Mobile and Frontier Fiber. Visit your local Verizon store or verizon.com/welcome-frontier to switch. Eligible new Frontier Fiber plan required. Availability varies. Additional terms apply.
Hungry? Let the Colonel do the cooking with KFC's $10 weekday buckets. Golden nuggets on Mondays. Original recipe chicken on Tuesdays. Hot and spicy wings on Wednesdays. Juicy tenders on Thursdays. And Fridays, golden nuggets again. Monday through Friday, choose your favorite bucket for $10 each. $10 weekday buckets at KFC. One big deal. Finger licking good. Only available at select participating locations while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra. No substitutions.
Tyler Reddick here from 2311 Racing. When I'm off the track, I like to keep the action going, and that's where Social Live Casino comes in. Play live blackjack, roulette, or live slots, and chat with our live hosts and other players as the action unfolds. It's fast, interactive, and totally free. No pit crew needed. With over 1 million players already in the game, the action's always live. Jump in at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See T's and C's. 21 plus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Let's go! Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with...
Well, if pitching is your thing, this is the place for you today. We're scoreless into the bottom of the 7th. Rafael Marchand leads off for the Phillies, facing J.R. Ritchie. Ritchie faced 4 batters in the 6th inning. That was his first inning of work. First pitch in there called strike. Ben, Darren, and Jay Chad with you from Baycare Ballpark in Clearwater. Spring training home of the Phillies. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Marchand. Missed high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Marchand singled in the 5th inning. That's the last Philly base hit. Both teams have 4 hits in the contest. Shade covers the field. 1-1 to Marchand. That's in for a strike, 1-2. Good looking curveball. Jonathan Hernandez tossing in the bullpen for the Phillies. Could see him in the 8th. Here's the 1-2. Check swing, didn't go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This big crowd getting into it. 2-2 pitch, a wave and a miss. Got him with a changeup. He was way out in front. 3 straight strikeouts for Ritchie going back to last inning, and 1 down here in the 7th.
Yeah, really pretty changeup. Just showing off some of the multifaceted nature of his game. You know, the last 2 strikeouts were on looking four-seamer, then a high swinging four-seamer, slowing it down a bit with that changeup.
1 out for Johan Rojas, who bats 9th in the order. He shows bunt, pulls back, takes a sinker low, 1 ball and no strikes. Farmer was ready. He started to crash down the line as he's at third base. 1 ball and no strikes on Rojas. He's been on base twice. Sacrifice fielder's choice and a walk for Rojas. Ritchie kicks and brings the 1-0. Ground ball foul outside the bag at third. I like Ritchie's mechanics, his delivery to the plate, very smooth. Big, tall right-hander.
Yeah, you can see why the Braves and all of baseball are excited about this young kid.
He'll step and fire. 1-1, blew it by him.
Pre-pitch, he's got a little bit of resemblance to Kyle Wright. It's a really balanced delivery. Yeah, he's got good body control, and you have to have that to have good command like he does.
He's looking for his 4th straight strikeout. 1-2 on the way to Rojas. Take a hike. Got him with a changeup. That changeup right now just claiming victim after victim. 4 straight strikeouts, 2 down.
Boy, right on right changeup for the strike. I mean, that's a black belt level pitch. You don't see that out of a lot of 22-year-olds.
2 up, 2 down. Back to the top of the order to Trey Turner. Right on right matchup. First pitch to Turner. Popped up on the infield. Aaron Schunk battling the sun, shielding his eyes. Staggers around, makes a two-handed catch, and down they go. That was a very easy bottom of the seventh for Richie. He just breezed right through him. We go to the eighth, no score.
Frontier is joining Verizon. New Frontier and Verizon customers can get 6 months of 100% fiber internet on us up to 1 gig by bundling Verizon Mobile and Frontier Fiber. Plus, get 2 mobile lines for $50 per month on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Verizon store to switch.
$25 per line after $60 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Eligible new Frontier Fiber plan required. Availability varies. Additional terms apply.
Hungry? Let the Colonel do the cooking with KFC's $10 weekday buckets. Golden nuggets on Mondays. Original recipe chicken on Tuesdays. Hot and spicy wings on Wednesdays. Juicy tenders on Thursdays. And Fridays, golden nuggets again. Monday through Friday, choose your favorite bucket for $10 each. $10 weekday buckets at KFC. One big deal. Finger licking good. Only available at select participating locations while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra. No substitutions.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Out at the top of the eighth here in Clearwater, Braves looking to break the stalemate, still stuck at 0-0. They'll be doing that against a new Phillies pitcher, right-hander Jonathan Hernandez. Hernandez has spent 5 seasons in the major leagues, coming with Texas and Seattle, but has not appeared in an MLB game since 2024. He pitched quite a bit this spring. This will be his 7th appearance, looking to continue some strong pitching we've seen on both sides of the diamond today. Tough day to get a hit, even tougher day to get a run.
That just shows you how good the pitching has been, because the conditions for hitting are perfect.
They are.
Wind is flying out. It's been blowing out to dead center. Here's Brett Wisely. Wisely has 2 hits in the game. That'll be bunted foul. Everything is new for the Phillies. The new catcher is Rene Pinto. So the battery of Hernandez on the mound, Pinto behind the plate. Felix Reyes is the new first baseman. New second baseman is Trent Farquhar. Give you the rest of the defense after the 0-1 to Wisely. 0-1 pitch in the air towards foul territory and into the seats down the left field line. Eric Brito is the new shortstop. Robert Moore is the new third baseman. So the infield left to right, Moore, Brito, Farquhar, and Reyes, with Pinto behind the plate. Still Garrett Stubbs in left. Bryson Ware is the new center fielder. Still Pedro Leon in right field. So Stubbs, Ware, Leon left to right in the outfield. No score, top of the 8th. 0-2 from Hernandez. Low and inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wisely had a leadoff triple in the first inning. Braves couldn't score him. He had a leadoff double in the 3rd inning. Couldn't score him. 1-2 pitch, and he just wiped him out. Swing and a miss and a slider, 1 down. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network. One out for Jose Azocar. No score, top of the 8th. Azocar takes a strike. Sellout crowd here in Clearwater. They haven't had a whole lot to cheer about. 0-1 outside. In fact, fans of either team haven't had much to cheer about. Just good pitching. Good pitching, good defense. Zokar is 0 for 3 today. Couple of strikeouts and a flyout. 1-1 pitch. Fouled off into the seats along the first base line. And a 1-2 count. something you've done a great job of in our broadcast on here, chronicling what spring training is really like. And I loved your breakdown of what it's like for starting pitchers versus position players versus relief pitchers.
Yeah.
And the different levels of spring training and how challenging it could be. There's a little pop-up, foul ground, first base side. Felix Reyes makes the catch on the warning track next to the sidewall. And 2 down in the inning. And, of course, for starting pitchers, building innings, for position players, getting at bats, getting innings, getting out there. And like you mentioned, you felt like for relief pitchers who know they're going to be on the team, they have the easiest path in the springtime. And I've been thinking about that and what all these players have to do to get ready. And I have to tell you a story that I read about. Here's the pitch on the way to Dominic Smith. That'll be fouled back. So I was reading a story about spring training from 1944, and I'll probably have to tell the story in the bottom of the inning. And it made me think this one individual might have had the most challenging spring training in the history of spring training. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Dominic Smith. There's a ball low and outside of the backstop. 1944, the Washington Senators had a catcher named Rick Farrell, and he had a really good career. He was a 7-time All-Star. Went to the Hall of Fame, but his merits as a Hall of Famer might have been really engraved with what he endured at spring training 1944. 1-1 pitch, check swing. That's in for a strike. Senators had 6 guys looking for 4 spots in the rotation. All 6 were knuckleball pitchers.
Oh.
Can you imagine the workload for Rick Farrell? Here's a 1-2 on the way to Dom Smith. Little flare into center. Coming in now is Ware. He's got it for the out. And the Braves go down 1-2-3 in the top of the 8th inning. We'll pick that up when we come back. We go to the bottom of the 8th. No score.
Frontier is joining Verizon. New Frontier and Verizon customers can get 6 months of 100% fiber internet on us up to 1 gig by bundling Verizon Mobile and Frontier Fiber. Plus, get 2 mobile lines for $50 per month on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Verizon store to switch.
$25 per line after $60 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Eligible new Frontier Fiber plan required. Availability varies. Additional terms apply.
Hungry? Let the Colonel do the cooking with KFC's $10 weekday buckets. Golden nuggets on Mondays. Original recipe chicken on Tuesdays. Hot and spicy wings on Wednesdays. Juicy tenders on Thursdays. And Fridays, golden nuggets again. Monday through Friday, choose your favorite bucket for $10 each. $10 weekday buckets at KFC. One big deal. Finger licking good. Only available at select participating locations while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra. No substitutions.
Home equity. Across America, there's $30 trillion of it sitting in homes, already earned, already yours. But for most homeowners, it's not easy to access. Until now. Unlock's home equity agreements help you unlock your equity without the usual headaches. For flexibility, for possibilities, for the things that actually matter to you. So ask yourself one simple question. How much can you unlock? Find out at unlock.com/home.
Terms and conditions apply. Not all homeowners will qualify. Use home equity responsibly.
Turn on the home of baseball for MLB Network's spring training coverage. Get an in-depth look at every club with previews from each camp. Check in with the players.
Braves and Phillies scoreless into the bottom of the 8th inning. Still J.R. Ritchie on the mound for the Braves. Garrett Stubbs leads off for the Phillies. Stubbs with a high fly ball to left field. Guanipa looking up into the brilliant Florida sky. That parachutes down into his glove. 1 pitch and 1 down. Bunch of changes for the Braves. Jordan Groshans is the new first baseman. To his right is the second baseman, Colby Jones. New shortstop is Ambiorix Tavares. It's still Kyle Farmer at third base, so he'll get 1 more AB. New left fielder, as I just mentioned, Luis Guanipa. Lisandro Espinosa is the new center fielder, and Dallas Macias is the new right fielder. Here's Rene Pinto. And Pinto takes a called strike. All right, we were talking about 1944 catcher Rick Farrell. He's the catcher for the Washington Senators. And all the guys vying for spots in the Washington rotation were knuckleball pitchers. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Rene Pinto. That's in for a strike. So they had Alex Carrasqual, Mickey Hafner, Johnny Nigling, Bill Lefevre, Dutch Leonard, and Roger Wolf. All flutter ball pitchers. That'll be fouled back. And at the end of it all, Hefner, Nigling, Leonard, and Wolf joined early win in the rotation. The rest went to the bullpen.
Oh, they kept?
They kept the guys who didn't make the rotation. They became relievers. So every game is pretty much a knuckleball pitcher.
Yeah, the majority of your staff is knuckleballers. That's wild. I've never heard of that.
Me either. That was 1944. 0-2 to Pinto. Got a piece of it. I mean, I bet they were wearing him out.
Yeah.
All year.
I mean, it's so much different catching a knuckleball. You use a different mitt. You're really just guessing where that ball is going to go. If it's a good knuckleball, that's got to be such a challenge.
Oh, 2 to Pinto. Got him. Swung on, missed at a sweeper away. Another strikeout for J.R. Ritchie. He has 5 strikeouts. He's faced 9 batters.
Yeah, it's really impressive stuff. I mean, 2 strikeouts, 4-seamer, 2 with the changeup. Now we moved on to the sweeper. And remember, he hit the first batter of his outing. A guy who he's been watching play on TV for the last 7-8 years in the major leagues.
He just had to get that out of the way. Leon swings and fouls it off. It's like he got his bad pitch out of the way. Now I'm coming at you.
He's just been mowing him down since.
Braves in the 9th will have Farmer, then the DH spot, which has been filled by Gamble. And it would be Luis Juanjipa. But we're scoreless in the bottom of the 8th. Braves had a couple of chances early on, stranding runners in scoring position in the first 3 innings of the game, but nothing to show for it. Right on right matchup, offering from Ritchie. Leon attacks and sends one foul over to the third base coach, Dusty Wathan. Boy, 6 strikeouts versus 10 batters would look pretty good. And Ritchie needs to get one more by Leon to accomplish that. He's faced 9 batters. He has 5 strikeouts. 4 have gone down swinging. 0-2 on Leon. Ritchie fires. High fly ball deep down the left field line, hooking towards the pole, and a foul ball. That ball was hammered, but foul deep down the left field line.
Yeah, that was a meaty breaking ball in the zone. I don't think you're going to see JR make that mistake twice. He looks completely in control. Yeah, last 8 batters all set down in order, 5 strikeouts amongst those 8. See what he goes with here.
Wind up in the 0-2. Fouled off the inside of his foot. Leon needed a moment after fouling that pitch off of his foot. And he slowly climbs back into the right-hand batter's box. Right-hander Ritchie, ball in a black glove right in front of the tomahawk on his uniform. Swivels and deals an 0-2, and he misses high and outside with a fastball. If Leon reaches, then Felix Reyes would come to the plate. Ritchie cuts loose a 1-2, and he just missed outside with a changeup. Leon froze, and all the Braves defenders took a step towards the dugout. That's ruled a ball. Count level at 2. Ritchie nods in agreement with Trop. Ready with a 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Hard hit ground ball out to short. That'll be taken by Tavares. Good throw across, and down they go in order in the bottom of the 8th inning. More impressive work for J.R. Ritchie. We go to the top of the 9th. Still no score.
Did you hear? Frontier is joining Verizon. To celebrate, we're launching our best internet offer ever. For a limited time, get 6 months of lightning-fast 100% fiber internet on us, up to 1 gig, when you bundle Verizon Mobile and Frontier Fiber. Visit your local Verizon store or verizon.com/welcome-frontier to switch. Eligible new Frontier Fiber plan required. Availability varies. Additional terms apply.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Smooth accelerators. When that light turns green, you're off. Like a warm knife through firm butter. Going from 0 to the speed limit in an appropriate amount of time. Sure, your car has horsepower, but your horses prance around as silky smooth as your right foot. Fancy Prancerton. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
Life's full of thrills, like the final seconds. Shot clock winding down. And he sinks it! But for the accident attorneys at Farah & Farah, one thrill beats them all.
It's the thrill of the win, when the pressure's high and the work comes through. I'm talking full court focus, no shortcuts, calling a client and saying, "You're squared away. The hard part's behind you." That's the moment. Yeah, we're built for that.
Call Farah & Farah, Tampa.
Top of the ninth. Still zeros in the run column for both squads here today. A lot of good pitching. Philadelphia continues to roll out some of their big dogs at the back end of their bullpen. Genesis Cabrera made 40 appearances out of the bullpen for them in 2025. Didn't quite have the same results as Duran and Alvarado, sporting a 6.54 ERA. But I do think the Phillies have a type. Cabrera throws 96. Every guy the Phillies have rolled out today have been 96, 97 and up. Some really, really hard throwers in that Philly bullpen.
Yeah, that matches what we've seen out of their bullpen the last couple of seasons. Kyle Farmer to the plate for the fourth time of the game. He's kept the left side of the infield busy. A couple of ground outs to third. Now he's the first man to face Cabrera, who draws the ball from a purple glove, fires low and inside. Kind of a bluish purple glove that he has. 1 ball and no strikes on Farmer. One 0 to Farmer. High and outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Wind is still howling out to center. But no one's been able to give one a ride in this game. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for both teams. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Farmer slaps one out to short. Backhanded by Brito. Close play at the bag. Fires over in time for the out.
That was an impressive throw by Brito. I mean, he was all the way on the cut, the outfield cut. About as deep of a throw as you'll see a shortstop make, and he threw it over there on the line.
That brings Tyler Tolby to the plate to pinch hit for Ben Gamble. Left-handed hitter. Bats with the bases empty. 1 down here in the top of the 9th inning. Genesis Cabrera deals. There's a ball inside. Phillies in the bottom of the 9th will have 5, 6, 7 to up in their order. And we're currently scoreless. I mean, a real possibility this game finishes in a 0-0 tie. That's on the table, of course. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Tyler Tolby. Up and in, 2 balls, no strikes. Braves have played 2 Grapefruit League games to a tie this spring, as the Braves have a record of 14, 5, and 2. Phillies have 1 tie, as they have gone 8, 11, and 1. 2-0 pitch. That's low, ball 3. Braves have only had 1 base runner since the walk in the 4th inning to Sandy Leon. So last few innings, just 1 base runner over the last 4+ innings. 3-0 pitch. Stroke to the air towards deep right field. Sprinting back Leon, over his head and gone. Tyler Tolby put the long stroke on one right here in the 9th inning, and it's the game's first run. It's 1-0 Braves. Just over the right center field wall. And finally someone gets one up into the breeze, and it carries out of here. Nothing Atlanta. Here's Luis Guanipa. Juanipa swings and misses every stitch of that sinker. So it took 9 innings, but the game finally has a run up on the board. 0-1 to Juanipa. Sent foul. Anybody here with an easier gig today than the guy running the scoreboard? It's a day at the beach for him.
Probably me. I wouldn't really call this work.
He's hit one button today. 0-2 on Luis Juanipa. Juanipa takes a ball outside.
Yeah, if we were playing at Fenway, they'd be running out of zeros out there in the Green Monster.
Yes, they would. One nothing Braves in the ninth, thanks to a Tyler Tovey pinch hit homer. 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss at a curveball in the dirt. Juanipa strikes out. Pinto picks it up, fires to the inside of the bag. That secures the strikeout. So 2 down now for Chadwick Tromp. Again, Phillies in the bottom of the ninth have 5, 6, 7 coming up in their order. And the Braves will carry at least a 1-run lead into the bottom of the ninth inning.
I don't see anybody in the Braves bullpen. Looks like J.R. Ritchie looking to close it out in the ninth.
I like that. Let him have another inning. Tromp swings and misses. Tromp over 1 with a ground out to short. Second trip to the plate for the Braves catcher. Took over for Sandy Leon halfway through this game. Swings and misses. He's behind 0-2. Tromp calls time, adjusts the batting gloves. Meanwhile, Cabrera just standing there looking in. Southpaw brings the 0-2. Check swing in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. They appealed. He didn't go. Pitcher Cabrera has the dreadlocks put together in a ponytail, kind of poofing out of the back of his red cap. Lefty set right at the collarbone. Rears back and deals. And a reach and a miss by Trump. So he strikes him out, but the Braves are on the board. Game's first run. It'll be Reyes, Farquhar, and De La Cruz up for the Phillies. We go to the bottom of the ninth, 1-0 Braves.
Did you hear? Frontier is joining Verizon. To celebrate, we're launching our best internet offer ever. For a limited time, get 6 months of lightning-fast 100% fiber internet on us, up to 1 gig, when you bundle Verizon Mobile and Frontier Fiber. Visit your local Verizon store or verizon.com/welcome-frontier to switch. Eligible new Frontier Fiber plan required. Availability varies. Additional terms apply.
Things people don't believe in. Little green aliens. Bigfoot. And that Spectrum TV combines all your favorite streaming apps with live TV at no extra cost. But that one is actually true. You get over $100 worth of streaming apps like HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, AMC Plus, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7.
Rolling into the bottom of the ninth inning. Braves with a 1-0 lead, and they keep the ball in the hands of J.R. Ritchie. Braves have used Suarez, Payamps, and Ritchie on the mound. Ritchie's been terrific. He's faced 10 batters in 3 innings. He's hit 1 batter and retired everyone else. And oh, by the way, 5 strikeouts. His first pitch to Felix Reyes. Line drive up the middle, a diving stab back to the bag by Jones. Up with it, sends it over. What a play! A 4-3 put out by Colby Jones, as that one was absolutely scalded up the middle and destined for center field. And Jones robs the leadoff man here in the ninth inning.
Boy, that's full layout. Just a beautiful play. That first out is so important in the ninth inning with a one-run lead.
And it backs up something you've been talking about for the last week or so. Here's Bryson Ware. Takes a ball high. This is going to be challenged by Chadwick Tromp. Let's wait on the review. As it stands, a 1-0 count. And this is a ball. So that will be confirmed. And a 1-0 count. You've been talking about how good the defense has been late in games for Braves, and a big reason for the Braves' really impressive record this spring, and that's maybe the best play we've seen this spring. There's a called strike.
Yeah, I've been raving about it, and from where we sit, it's such a breath of fresh air because you can get some bad defense at the end of these Grapefruit League games, but just spectacular this spring.
1-1 to Ware, almost hit him. I mean, that came off the bat like a bullet. And Colby Jones to his right, extended to his right as far as he possibly could and snagged it. 2-1 to Ware, outside 3-1. Just an amazing play. A Tyler Tovey homer, the only run up on the board in this game. 3-1 fouled back by Ware, 3-2. J.R. Ritchie hunting for another strikeout. 3-2 pitch, and he'll get him. Swung on, miss at a changeup. Another right-on-right change.
He's blowing my mind. Right-on-right change and a full count, that tells you that he has utter confidence in that pitch to be able to throw it for a strike. And, if he keeps performing like this, we're going to see him in Atlanta sooner rather than later. This is hard to ignore what he's doing here today.
2 up and 2 down. Ritchie needs one more out to put this thing away and win it for the Braves. Brian De La Cruz, 1 for 3 in the game, climbs in, takes a first pitch strike. First pitch curveball. He's just carving right now. 11 in a row set down by Ritchie. 1 to De La Cruz. Fouled back, and he's got him down to their final swing.
Yeah, 11 in a row retired. Super efficient with his pitches, just at 50 pitches, and add in there 6 strikeouts. So he's dominating these hitters, and he's doing it efficiently. That's what you want out of your starting pitcher.
Be a thing of beauty to finish this thing off with a strikeout right here. Way ahead 0-2. He cuts it loose. Line drive down the left field line, foul. Turned on a changeup. Still 0-2. One more strike, and the Braves had improved to 15-5-2 this spring. Ritchie looking for 12 straight batters retired to win the game. Wind up in the 0-2. High towering fly ball to right field. Coming in now, Dallas Macias. He's camped out, and he's got it. And the Braves come to Clearwater and shut out the Phillies 1-0. Brilliant pitching by Ritchie, Payamps, and Suarez, and a home run by Tovey, the difference in the game. For the Phillies in the ninth, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Final score, Braves 1, Phillies nothing. Back with the totals after this.
Did you hear? Frontier is joining Verizon. To celebrate, we're launching our best internet offer ever. For a limited time, get 6 months of lightning-fast 100% fiber internet on us, up to 1 gig, when you bundle Verizon Mobile and Frontier Fiber. Visit your local Verizon store or verizon.com/welcome-frontier to switch. Eligible new Frontier Fiber plan required. Availability varies. Additional terms apply.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, This deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178 or visit spectrum.com/freeforever to learn more.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Smooth accelerators. When that light turns green, you're off. Like a warm knife through firm butter. Going from 0 to the speed limit in an appropriate amount of time. Sure, your car has horsepower, but your horses prance around as silky smooth as your right foot. Fancy Prancerton. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
Turn on the home of baseball for MLB Network's spring training coverage. Get an in-depth look at every club with previews from each camp. Check in with the players.
Trying to get down.
Braves won at 1-0 over the Phillies. And Darren, want to ask you one more time about your thoughts on J.R. Ritchie. Obviously, we're already fans, but my goodness, what a performance today.
Yeah, I couldn't be more impressed. 4 innings pitched, 6 Ks, and 52 pitches. So if you're a manager, you'll take that every time. I think his performance today, Didier Fuentes' performance a few days ago, are the biggest stories in Braves camp over the last week. I mean, it's just the future is bright on the mound for the Braves.
Yeah, thrilling stuff for the young hurlers. Great job by Ritchie. Here are the totals for the Braves. 1 run on the Tyler Tolby home run in the 9th inning. 5 hits, no errors, 6 men left on base. For the Phillies, no runs, 4 hits, no errors, 7 men left on base. Braves improved to 15-5-2 this spring. Phillies fall to 8-12-1. J.R. Ritchie the winner. Genesis Cabrera the loser. Time of game 2 hours, 16 minutes in front of 10,649 in Clearwater. When we come back, tell you about tomorrow's ball game as the Braves welcome in the Rays to Northport. Braves win this one 1-0 over the Phillies. You're listening to the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Life's full of thrills, like the final seconds. Shot clock winding down. And he sinks it. But for the accident attorneys at Farah & Farah, one thrill beats them all.
It's the thrill of the win, when the pressure's high and the work comes through. I'm talking full court focus, no shortcuts, calling a client and saying, you're squared away. The hard part's behind you. That's the moment. Yeah, we're built for that.
Call Farah & Farah, Tampa.
Hungry? Let the Colonel do the cooking with KFC's $10 weekday buckets. Golden nuggets on Mondays. Original recipe chicken on Tuesdays. Hot and spicy wings on Wednesdays. Juicy tenders on Thursdays. And Fridays, golden nuggets again. Monday through Friday, choose your favorite bucket for $10 each. $10 weekday buckets at KFC. One big deal. Finger licking good. Only available at select participating locations while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra. No substitutions.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Turn on the home of baseball for MLB Network's spring training coverage. Get an in-depth look at every club with previews from each camp. Check in with the players.
Trying to get dialed in.